Hola! Welcome back to another BNT Wrestling Extravaganza. Wrestling. Alright, cool. What's up, Brandon?
Ooh.
Let's see. What's this? Definition of the word fan. Last time I had Eminem did it. Takes a legend to do legendary things, you know what I'm saying?
Doing that again.
Alright, we're good. We back?
I blame it on you.
You blame it on me? That's fine.
No, Chris.
Oh.
What?
Also fine.
What?
We got sound now, Pack Pooty.
What I do now, man?
You're my. Y'all need the sound. I know y'all need that sound.
Talk shop, talk ball. Yeah, move that all the way in the ground.
We'll put it over here.
Smush vodka?
Let's get it shaking like a seismograph. Let's go.
Shaking like a Polaroid picture.
He was goated for that line. Andre 3000. Three
Stacks.
Three Stacks is a mofo legend.
Kind of one of them ones.
He's an alien. You know who else is alien certified? No. Talking about the rap game.
And the rap game.
Who's alien certified?
Me?
Wow. All right. We'll table this convo. You don't want to have a real one. I appreciate it.
I am Diamond Hands, and I'm here to say.
Wow.
Peter rips the box in a major way.
All right, we're going to go mute again until this gentleman gets this out of the system. And we'll be back shortly.
Is it the beatbox right?
Sheamus.
I'm like the new Bismarcky. I'm gonna put me in Men in Black too.
So many different. Never mind. Fallon Henley.
Nice.
11 of 25. She's main roster, right? No, that's Kiana James I'm thinking about.
But I think
16 to 80 on the Tori Wilson.
Should be cooking up a little heel turn up down there, yeah?
Fallon? Yeah, she is.
I think so.
Little Mean Girls crew.
Smush Parker crew?
He's a mean girl.
Smush Parker crew.
Becky Lynch, 46 of 9, a niner on the star status insert of the Becks. You got who's who of all kind of cheapies tonight. I see you, Rich.
Sometimes that's how you gotta get it done.
Yeah, man. Get in where you fit in, fam.
Ain't
If you
no-
can't
ain't
get
no shame
yourself
about all
a
that.
10, the least you can do is get 5 twos.
That's facts. That's facts right there.
Pull me some AJ Styles, brother.
Go.
That soccer mom hair.
Alright. Yeah, you ain't gotta say all the money.
Identified alive.
You gotta say all the
Identified
right there.
alive.
But when I hear you say that, you know, he's on the 2 chicken breast, 1 asparagus diet.
What does that mean? That ain't doing nothing about his haircut.
Parker? You guys say about Smush Parker?
One last run with Elite. I got you, Rich.
One last ride.
Throw your names out here, and we'll see if we get some hits for you. I know you said you got a bunch of nobodies. But let's pull nobody for you.
Wow. Just like that, huh?
I'm on one tonight, man. Mr. Perfect, 7 of 149. Carmella on the red. Trips on the star status. Scarlett, 10 to 25 on the pin pals.
Nice start.
Nice little on card auto.
Do we have any 55s left over? Just got a couple of rooks.
We got Edge, Mr. Adam Copeland, 19 to 24.
Got that same
On
die
the
cut.
die cut.
We'll take that.
You'll take it.
TNT champ.
You'll take it.
And you love saying that whack ass line, huh? You love saying that corny ass, unfunny ass line.
You
Huh?
garbage.
That's crazy.
Mr. Adam Copeland.
Smush Parker? What's your thoughts on Smush Parker as a basketball player?
Great question for you. Let's get into some of these wrestling questions real quick.
What's up?
Worse. Let me see.
How do you want? How do you want to
How
phrase this?
do I want to phrase this?
Let's see.
How do I want to phrase this in here?
Let's get into
How do I
let's
phrase
get
this
into
in
the
here?
kitchen right here.
Because
What
I
are we
think
cooking up?
it's a good question, but I think the answer is fairly obvious once I flesh out the question all the way. So I might want to take it a different direction. Okay. Let's go with largest skill set gap between father and son.
Oh,
Because I got Kurt Hennig,
Michael
and then
Jordan
I had
and Marcus
Curtis.
Jordan?
I'm talking about wrestling. And I had Curtis Axel in mind, but then immediately I went to Flair and Davis.
it's the Flares. It's Rick and David. I think.
Now, hold on. Because it can go. We can go father to son. We can also go the other direction too.
I'm sorry, you can go with Randy.
So if you want to go
Howard
Randy and Bob and like the gap there, we can go
Roman,
Dwayne.
Sika.
We can go Dwayne and Rocky. So what's the largest gap? You're not late, Josh. We're on box 1, so you're good, fam.
I
Red
think
Rooster.
the gap between Rick and David is just
It's still tremendous.
it's cosmic.
Braun Breaker, 64 of 149. We'll see where that gap ends up.
The
Pause.
the difference everything on every different level. You know, David, you know, he seemed like a good kid.
No, he didn't. Braun Strowman, 87 of 99. But they gave him every chance in the world, too, boy. They put him with Daphne. Couldn't do nothing with that. He had a crazy angle. Terrible in the ring.
They gave him Stacy. He couldn't even.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Kurt Hennig.
Yeah, no, that's. To
You
me,
still
that's
go with the Flares?
1-1, yeah.
Still go Flares?
That's the 1-1 for me.
Requested some number dragon leads, making appearances break. Got you, Noah. Say less, fam.
I'm trying to think.
Shot, chime in. Largest gap between father and son talent level. It could be the father's better than the son, or the son being better than the father. We got the Flares. I wanted to say the Hennigs, they're up there. But if we talk about the levels in which they achieved, I think the Johnsons.
I don't know about, you know.
I think Rocky being
Curtis Axel. At the very least, Curtis Axel is a great worker. Nowhere near the character guy as his dad, but I don't discount him so much for that.
But Rocky Johnson wasn't bad, and The Rock is.
Well, The Rock is The Rock,
right? So
but
what's the gap there?
was Rocky Johnson given the same opportunities as The Rock?
Of course not, exactly.
I think that also has a part to play with it. That's why I feel like Rick and David is the 1-1 for me, because like, and they were really shy with David.
Okay. Do you think Axel was given the right the shot?
He was. I really do think they tried to. Bro, he beat Triple H clean.
Okay. I'm saying,
that was crazy. That's a crazy decision.
Do you think they fully gave him the shot? Is what I'm saying.
That was the shot. They tried to make him the Paul Heyman guy.
Morse code says Bruno to David.
That might be
touche.
That might be up there with David and Rick. That's a good ass answer. That's a very good answer.
This is why I love our chat. This is why I love our chat.
I'm trying to think of like, I think the problem is I don't know enough about some of the lucha.
Can we go? Yeah.
So going from all the juniors to seniors and the 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I don't know all that. I would assume though, like Pentagon Jr. might be one of them ones. Pentagon Jr. might be one of the GOATs.
But
I don't know enough about Pentagon Senior to really say anything about it.
If we go just family in general, Hulk and Horace.
That doesn't count. That doesn't count. Horace only exists because Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan. That doesn't count to me.
Jim and Natty are similar, I agree. They say they're on par, not the Keanu James.
There we go. It's a little early with the Keanu
21
James
to 25.
Nice. We'll take that. That's a nice hit right there.
Road Dogg. Somebody specifically told me they got Road Dogg. 147 and 149 on the Road Dogg. Oh, you didn't know?
Another father-son right there with Road Dogg and Bullet Bob Armstrong. Mm-hmm. There we go. That's the one right there.
We got Lita on the Spellbound. Orange, 12 of 49. She's flipping all over the place.
I know it's in the name, but Teddy Hart's not like related to the Harts, right?
Teddy Hart, no.
Okay, all right. Okay. I was gonna say like that. Yeah, he can do some pretty cool stuff in the ring, but that one might also have to be up there, just of like a complete waste of that familial talent.
Yo, the Puskies.
Ooh. Okay.
That's not bad. That's not bad. I mean, Ivan was never like super. I mean, Hall of Famer and everything, but yeah, okay. The Puskies isn't a bad one. It's a good shout. Appreciate you, Vic. This is why I love our chat. This is why I love our wrestling chat.
Vic knows ball.
The knowledge.
That dude really knows his stuff.
The knowledge in this chat is awesome.
I'm trying to think of like, that era is outside of my knowledge.
What about Lawler and Christopher? Grandmaster Sexay.
I also just don't rate Jerry Lawler.
As a wrestler?
All he is to me is the commentator.
Okay.
The only old match I ever saw him do was he did the first empty arena match ever televised with Terry Funk, and that's just like a Terry Funk masterpiece to me. That's all about Terry. I don't. Jerry Lawler might as well have not even been there. That's how great Terry Funk was. Terry Funk doesn't have any children wrestling, right? Because that might be the one. Just because Terry Funk is kind of the greatest of all time.
We got Bray Wyatt over Mike Rotunda.
That's
is that a good one?
I think that might be the one of like this current ilk. Because I think Charlotte is pretty great. Dom is getting there, but when it comes to like that like the teens. Maybe the Usos, maybe Roman, but like does that count?
Is the gap between Bray and his dad wider than the gap between Randy and Bob? And then I got another question for you following that.
I would like to give IRS his
Dusty
credit.
Rhodes,
he never did anything too major. He probably could have been at least like a decent Intercontinental Champion.
Spellbound
11. He got legit heel heat by just calling people tax cheats every week. That's a pretty impressive feat. Mm-hmm. But that being said, Bray Wyatt is kind of Bray Wyatt. That dude, I don't know what the impact of Bray will be throughout the history of wrestling, but right now it's definitely still felt.
Okay.
I think we'll have to see how Bray affects this next generation of wrestlers, the next 5, 10, 15 years. That would be a good one. Randy's...
Shane was better than Vince. It's crazy.
Shane was good.
In ring.
Shane was a decent... if Shane actually wanted to... if they would have let Shane wrestle full time like he would have wanted to, Shane could have actually probably been something.
Okay. Here's my next question. We're gonna... And I only say this because this man's on the screen. Do we venture to say...
I think they're still neck and neck.
Cody hasn't passed Dusty yet?
I think they're neck and neck. Dusty is just... Cody... Damn. There we go.
All right, audio back. Thank you, Josh.
That's going to be an annoying one if we're actually talking ball.
Yet.
Yeah, he's getting there.
53 and 99.
He is definitely getting there. Let me look at the wrestling families. Who are we missing?
All right, so next in that line, what's the gap between Dusty and Dustin? Is that fair? Morse code says Dusty is still... Oh, that's very nice. So Undertaker unveils Kane.
Oh, that's sick.
That's fire. Turn of the century Kane auto.
That's awesome.
We like that one. That's a good one. We got a teal coming up. And that belongs to Hank Walker. 5 of 25 on a Hank Walker. Although watching the Indy 500 qualifying, Cody Newman was playing at the track, which is pretty fucking crazy. Terry Funk over his dad, Dory.
Terry Funk is kind of the GOAT.
Dusty ruled the 70s and some of the 80s. Only Andre is bigger. What's up, Kedrick? Ain't seen you in a while, bro. Appreciate you being here.
What's up, man?
What's up, buddy? Good night, man. You going to bed for church in the morning? Daddy loves you too, bud. Terry Funk over Dory for sure. Okay. Cody said
I know one.
Goldust, but not the Dream.
I know one.
What's one? What you got?
I just gotta have the Wikipedia thing in front of me. For people who watch TNA, Wes Briscoe might be the worst wrestler I've ever seen. And his father is, of course, Gerald Briscoe. That's one. Man, Wes Briscoe was really bad. That dude sucked so bad.
Wes Briscoe is
Aces and Eights. Shouts out Aces and Eights one time. That's for
sure. For sure. Wes Briscoe is one for sure. Okay. All right, that's not a bad call, sir. It's not a bad call. Wes Briscoe is definitely Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson have any kids?
I don't know, man. I don't know about that.
I just remember Patterson and Briscoe in the WWE together as the Stooges. I don't know if maybe he might have had a couple youngsters
I'm picking up
to
what
groom
you're
in the
down.
wrestling.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Morse Cole says all the Briscoes suck. So not just Wes.
The whole damn family.
Torrie Wilson, 23-24 on the die cut. Nice hit there. We got a red Shinsuke Nakamura. Kiana James, 84 of 149.
I feel weird counting some of these.
Like who?
Like Cody Hall, Scott Hall's kid. Are we going to count that?
What about the Pillman situation?
I like Brian Pillman Jr. I still think he's got a lot left to do. I think he's an interesting character, and I think he's a pretty decent worker.
Mm-hmm.
He might be one down the road, but do we count Shaul Guerrero, Eddie's daughter? I don't really. I don't feel like that counts.
No, we wouldn't do that. That's not.
But I will say his son. His son-in-law, our guy, Aiden English.
Really?
That's who she's married to. Yeah, she married Aiden.
Aiden was so underused, bro.
I thought he was a fun character.
Aiden was so underused.
Ooh,
I like the vaudeville.
I think I got one.
Was the vaudeville ones?
The vaudeville.
The vaudevillains.
I think I got one. Shinya Hashimoto and his son Dachi. That might be one. Hashimoto, one of the goats. Want to go Three Musketeers? That might be one of them for sure.
What does the winner of the King Queen ring get? What's the point? Yeah, they get the crown. It's bragging rights. Typically, what happens with that is you get a decent little, you get like a featured kind of storyline. How about the Steiner family? I think Brian has potential to pass his brother or pass his father.
Yeah,
for sure. I think he could be he might even pass his uncle overall. But Scott's done a lot. Scott's done a hell of a lot in the game. Reinvented himself a few times over, so it won't be easy. But Brian has the potential to be better than the other two, for sure.
I think we're still a ways off for that one.
For Braun?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I got one.
He's just starting.
And I will count this one because it definitely counts.
Okay.
Kerry and Lacey Von Erich. Lacey Von Erich was very bad.
Well, are we... Okay.
Oh, so, then there's a legit one for the older crowd. Bill and Eric Watts. Eric Watts was pretty horrible.
Because I was just doing father son. Because I don't know if the daughter thing is really fair. Just because really
adopted.
Really only have Charlotte and Natty, in terms of competitive at all.
Yeah.
So I was doing pretty much father son, but we just do offspring in general. This young lady definitely takes the cake. 24-24 on a die cut. Yeah. Charlotte Flair. Look at the timing. Look at the timing of everything.
Mm-hmm. That's what we're talking about.
Jonathan Michaels. Are we disappointed if Beth and Steph's kid doesn't wrestle?
Yeah.
Are we disappointed if they're not a superstar?
I'd be disappointed if Triple H's kids didn't start wrestling.
Gold Gang!
Nice one, too.
Let's see what this is. Oh, those look like jeans. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
All we do is hit on Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What?
That's nasty.
That's
it.
Kerry was better than his daughter Lacey. Luna Vachon over her dad Butcher.
Oh my God, yeah, that's right. Luna was great, man. She was just
Morse Cole stepping up with the names, man. So cool. He trying to get that Rookie of the Year real quick. Trying to get that Rookie of the Year, the one night Rookie of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Spreading a little bit of the knowledge. Nice hit on the Austin. Congratulations. Shout out to you. Andre Chase, 143 of 149. I'll take Luna's son. He was on Hell's Kitchen. Has a huge personality like his mom. But can cook. Hey, man. Whatever gets them bills paid.
can't wait until WrestleMania 60 is main evented by Seth and Becky's kid and Bianca and Montez's kid. It's gonna be great.
Have they confirmed whether or not
with the triple threat of whatever Charlotte and Andrade do in the future? That kid gonna be crazy too.
Have they confirmed Bianca's status?
I think she has I thought she had a kid already. No,
I don't think so. What about Carmella and Corey? Look at you hating. Corey Graves on the independent scene, sir. Solid wrestler. CM Punk light even in some circles. Look at the silence. He's like, I ain't hearing this shit. Ava better GM than The Rock. Ooh, hot take. Hot take. Ava is pretty solid GM though. She's done well with the GM character. She's way more comfortable speaking than she was when she first showed up on the scene.
Very happy to see her figure it out.
Yeah, I'm glad they found a role that fits what she can do.
My bad.
We'll see if the in-ring.
Bianca is
Jimmy Uso,
the stepmother of Montez's two kids.
Okay.
That's what it is.
They got Hogan on the star
the filmography credit being Love in WWE, Bianca and more Montez.
Yeah, they got a show.
I know. But not I was thinking like, oh, what movie is she in?
A Taco Bell worker would be a better GM than Ava. Y'all are
damn
rude.
Come on, man.
Hey, JBL. That's fire. John Bradshaw Layfield. Extremely underrated. 17 to 25. One of the better.
The cow move with a theme song.
One of the better title runs. Graves suck. Come on, man. He's pulling way above his weight class at Carmella. Jeez, y'all.
Who said that?
Morse code.
Hey.
That's your Roy. That's your rookie of the year.
That's my guy right there.
Why is
that's my guy right there.
Disdain for Corey Graves. I don't understand.
Have you heard him? Have you seen him?
Have I seen
that dude? Is
care about what the dude looks like. I remember him at ROH.
Capital D, capital O, capital R, capital K, dork. That dude is a goober and a half.
JBL did carry SmackDown for a while. SmackDown has two of the most underrated champion legends. Like, they've had some great... So we know that's the Rock show. We know Brock ran things over there. But JBL, Booker T, the John Cena US run. Like, they've had some great...
when he was doing his thing, Taker.
They've had some great... Yeah, Taker was a SmackDown...
You know, when I think of the SmackDown goats, I think of Deuce and Domino. I think of...
Okay, all right. Wow, Cliff Compton and Jimmy Snuka.
Now, all right, now that might be one of the gaps right there.
You just brought that back,
Jimmy Snuka and his son. he was Deuce, right?
And to me,
that's the first name and the last name.
And Tamina
first name Deuce, last name Domino.
And Tamina is ass too, by the way.
Wait, that might be the two-piece.
That might be the two-piece.
That might be the two-piece right there. Tamina and Jimmy Snuka Jr. versus their horrible father.
My man dropped the ball twice.
Oh my god!
On top of what he did outside the ring, big ass suit, Bischoff, 115 and 149. My man's wearing a 2003 draft suit.
I would just like to say, before we drop that, Cliff Compton was pretty dope. That guy was kind of cool, actually. In ROH and IWA Mid-South. That guy was actually kind of a baller.
Okay.
Shouts out Cliff Compton.
Okay.
Now his tag team partner, I don't know too much about that. That guy kind of sucked ass. But hey, man, wrestling is hard. It's not for everyone.
I guess, man. Especially not if your dad was
But I like to
good.
give a big shout out to Cherry. She always seemed like a nice lady. And I think she was like a worker outside of the company, too.
Tamina?
No, Cherry. Deuce and Domino's
little
valet
okay,
in the car.
Yeah.
But man, great
theme
song. And they came out with the cruiser. They were announced as being from the other side of the tracks.
Yeah.
That's fire.
With the greaser look.
Yeah, man. My SmackDown goes
Dean.
Deuce and Domino, the Boogeyman, Simon Dean.
I was just gonna bring him up.
That's my guy. That's a great gimmick.
Bring him up. The Simonizer.
The Simon system, he's giving the protein milkshakes and beating them up with them, and then Batista did it.
Yeah.
That's what ended the Simon Dean character. Like, that's great. Like,
You know the crazy part about it?
We love a low card comedy heel.
He could legit wrestle.
Yeah, he was Nova.
Yeah,
he was great.
He has some of the most innovative moves you've ever seen. When you put him in ECW,
he was so good.
He was innovative as hell when it came to his finishing move.
He was awesome. Nova was dope as hell.
But, you know, he looked like Disco Inferno. He was treated like Disco Inferno.
Yeah, you know how I feel about
Disco Inferno.
That dude's a clown. Who else? Who else is on that GOAT tier list, man? I won't say the GK words. I don't want to say that because someone might hear it. We won't hear the end of it.
Oh yeah, no.
Those four right there. I want to give a big shout out to
JDL's cabinet.
That was gonna say the cabinet. Shouts out to Joy Giovanni.
Orlando Joy.
Shouts out to the Bashams.
Joy Giovanni's great. The Bashams for sure.
Who was the other one that wasn't Joy Giovanni? She was in the cabinet.
Yeah, I forget her name.
Oh my god.
Boogeyman bit the thing off her.
That's Jillian Hall. There was one before Jillian Hall. Jillian Hall, by the way, good worker.
Yeah.
Again, we've talked about this. If you put Jillian Hall in today's WWE, she would be an incredible act.
She'd be stellar.
No, there was one. Amy Weber. That's what it is. Okay. All those deep. That 04 Diva Search is like right when I started actually watching wrestling, and that class is actually kind of deep. Kidis Michelle, Maria. I think Michelle McCool is in there.
Yes.
And then your Joy Giovanni,
Maven and Simon
Christy Hemme
were the most random. Yeah, Christy Hemme. I think the greatest thing she's produced in wrestling was Dexter Loomis' stalker character.
The Sam Shaw gimmick.
Sam Shaw, yeah.
I watched the cage match where
is
it's
this gold?
I think it is. It's gold, gang.
Is that gold?
On a turn? Be someone good here.
All right, we'll find out shortly.
Be someone nice here.
Wow, turn of the century Medusa. That's
pretty
fire.
Nice right there.
Gold gang.
That is a pretty nice one.
9 to 10 on the Medusa. Speaking of wrestlers that would flourish in today's game,
oh my gosh,
Medusa would be ridiculous today. Bret Hart over Stu, but Stu is great. Made a lot of superstars. I mean, but Bret is like you're going legendary status to that.
Well, yeah, but that was the whole. Like Randy has superseded Cowboy Bob by miles.
By a lot, yeah.
Miles. I'm saying Bret's the same for me.
Yeah, fair. That's fire though. Gold Gang Medusa right there. 9 to 10.
That's so sick.
Very nice hit. Our goals are legends. All right, let's see. We will play more Jenga. Next question. We're gonna keep it in the family. Let's rank the gaps between the brother elites.
Okay.
Is the gap between if we were to rank the gap between Cody and Dustin, Brett and Owen, Bray and Bo?
Bray and Bo is the biggest gap by far.
Okay.
Give me the other two. And I want to say this. I'm going to preface it by saying I am excited for the Wyatt Six thing.
Yeah.
And the Uncle Howdy stuff. And, I love the Bray. I thought he was awesome. I have appreciated what Bo has done in his career with his heel NXT champion run, his B team stuff. That being said, I don't think this is going to be any good.
Okay.
Because, again, I love Bo. He is not Bray Wyatt.
No. And I don't think he should be.
I don't know what this is going to be. Again, I want it to be good. I'm excited for it. I think all the build-up for it has been really, really cool. With the Twitch streams and the QR codes and the live event stuff, I think that's awesome. But, man, I really don't know if this is going to be any good.
Morse code, identify yourself. Who are you? What wrestling historian are you? I need the name. Macho Man and the Genius.
Oh,
massive gap.
I like Lanny.
Yeah, but the gap, though.
The gap is big. I think the Genius could have been a little bit more, but yeah, the Macho Man.
Not
Ricky
Macho,
Savage
not
is
Macho
the Macho
Man, fam.
Unfortunately, he kind of
not
is
Macho Man,
the
fam.
Macho Man. You know what's a big what if going back to the father and the son?
Okay.
Is Ricky and Ricky Jr. Steamboat.
Ricky Jr. was ass, fam.
He was not ass. That dude was pretty good, and he was figuring things out, and then he low key broke his neck. Ooh, nice.
Sheamus on the pin piles. Very nice hit there.
I think Ricky's son could have definitely been something.
He would have been. He'd have been alright with if they gave him the push. Andre the Giant, 51 and 93 on his IG post.
I feel like we were heading that way, and then his body got destroyed.
I look at Ricky. All right,
Jr. I don't want to hear any praise for Corey Graves, and then you want to slander my guy, Ricky Jr.
I'm just saying, y'all chitting on him a little heavy. I look at Ricky Jr. in the same boat as I did Babyface Dom. You're here because of Pop. You're here because of Daddy. And I don't think you gotta like do some extra to really separate yourself.
Yeah.
You're here because of Daddy.
That's fair. I just think he could have figured it out.
Dom's turned the corner. Dom figured it out. Dom found a path for him, but I don't think Ricky Jr. was all that great. Personally.
Man, but that Randy and Lanny is a very good shout.
Yeah. Morse Code killing it right now.
I'm trying to think of some of the other brothers.
Arn and Ole?
Man, Arn was that. He was kind of the one. Arn was pretty awesome. Oh, I know. It's Booker. It's Booker and Stevie Ray.
Booker and Stevie Ray?
Booker and Stevie Ray.
Is that worse?
Huh?
Than Arn and Ole? Is that worse?
I think so. Because, like, Ole was, like, something.
Yeah, with Arn.
I think he was still a little bit more than Stevie by Stevie by himself was not. He was not for me. Let's just say that.
When he went NWO,
he kind of was not for me.
Yeah,
let's just say that.
He was.
He was kind of pretty bad.
He was ass.
Kind of pretty not great.
Yeah.
I would never say that.
I don't think he loved it. I don't think he loved it as much though.
No, Booker was
32-80. Seth Rollins.
Booker was kind of the one.
Go one step more, Angelo and Randy. I don't even remember damn Angelo. Look at the Austin spot eating. Spellbound or Stone Cold. Give me an L. 7 of 49 on the Spellbound Austin. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Stone Cold. Kurt Angle on the orange. 9 of 49. Nice hit for the Angle spot.
Kurt's brother never wanted to actually do wrestling, right?
Nah, he didn't care.
Like that one shouldn't count.
If Dom wasn't a Mysterio, he'd be in a AAA Lucha Underground and nowhere near WWE.
I will say this, by the way. There's absolutely a lot of nepotism and a lot of entertainment, especially wrestling.
1,000%.
But hey, sometimes it has to happen
Yeah,
because Dom has definitely figured it out over the last year or so.
Yeah.
That helps, and that's fine. You need to get.
Without nepotism, we don't have the bloodline. We don't have the NOI family running things. The most dominant family in professional wrestling.
Dom is definitely a nepo baby, but at least he's good.
Very good.
There have been plenty of nepo babies throughout history that have not been good.
We never get the Rock if we don't have nepo babies.
Mm-hmm.
That Rocky Maivia shit was ass.
Yeah, that's kind of not the one.
Is that the worst first gimmick?
For like a main eventer.
Because Randy's out the gate was pretty bad. As the baby face they tried to sell him as. Cody was bad as a baby face, like out the gate that they tried to sell him as.
With the tag team with Holly Hardcore, Bob Holly.
What about Kurt Angle and Jason? Yeah, Jason didn't really. Jason showed up for that one match, and that was it. Oh, you talking about the father-son? Angle and Jason Jordan.
That's a good one, actually. We gotta think about that one, maybe.
I don't know. Vincent Hornswoggle was pretty good.
Well, I mean, wrestling
69
wise,
and 149.
Maybe a little closer than we think.
All right, all right.
Vince can't work. Hornswoggle could at least do
I don't know, man. Well, he took a stunner better than Hornswoggle ever would have.
I mean, all I know is that last stunner that Vince took, and that was not it.
So Hornswoggle would have never been in position to take a stunner to begin, was my point.
I suppose. Back in the day, Stone Cold would have brought out like a micro Stone Cold Steve Austin and then have the micro give Hornswoggle the stunner. And now I would have wanted that to happen. I want to go back in time and make that happen. That would have been awesome. Remember the mini Undertaker?
Yes.
Do you remember
Mini Macho?
Yeah.
Terrible. We just throwing stuff.
Vince McMahon loves those micro wrestlers.
Which is crazy, like the extremes. He loved gigantic men for no reason, and he loved small people. He's like,
was funny.
Let's pair them next to each other, and all have a good belly laugh. That's Vince McMahon for you. With that Disney,
he funny.
With that Walt Disney mustache that he's rocking right now. Terrible. Stephanie or Shane? In terms of what?
In ring stuff? Oh, Shane.
Shane, easy. Stephanie could yell. More annoying screaming voice, Stephanie or Vicky?
Vicky.
All right, fair enough. Austin 150 is crazy.
That'd be awesome.
Max Mini. He had a whole Littles division, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
He wanted it to work.
But he wouldn't give props. He wouldn't give the cruiserweights any love.
No.
But he did a whole mini division. The WLC was badass.
That match was so good. El Torito. Micro wrestling is
Austin
legit.
chugging 8-ounce beers.
That'd have been awesome. Like, that would have been fun as hell.
New
Horrible.
breed autograph. New breed autograph redemption of Ava.
Just what we were talking about a little earlier.
Mm-hmm. She signing stuff. Die cut of Shotzi. 13/24 on the die cut. Rikishi and Solo Sikoa. That gap will probably be pretty substantial eventually. Tito Santana. New bloodline looks like it's legit.
Hey, man. What was up with Tamatanga last night? What was all that about?
What I missed? What he did?
When he was backstage, making his crazy little noises for like a few seconds when he got on TV. What was all that about?
I didn't see it. I gotta watch that.
You do gotta watch that.
I gotta check that out.
That dude was freaking out.
They've done a good job of pushing him and just being completely unhinged.
He certainly sounded like it last night.
They've done a good job of making him unhinged. They've done a good job of making his brother be just a quiet, silent.
Which is the great thing is like the whole is like it. The camera is just like it starts the shot of him like going. Like pacing back and forth, it's like zooming on his face. He's literally just like mumbling and grunting to himself for a few seconds. Then it pans out to the entire room, and Tonga is just like this close to Heyman, staring at him. And Solo's just sitting there with his one glove and his valet.
Said he was channeling Ming.
Ooh, that's a good shout then. All right. Because he was on one last night. It was good.
Don't feed Tom after 7.
Uh-huh.
What's the gap between Laurinaitis and his brother?
Well, that's a big one. Well, I don't know actually.
Johnny Ace and Animal. What's the gap there?
Yeah, you know.
Hey, can we start over? We're live, buddy.
I don't rate.
We're live, pal.
We're live, pal.
I love that one.
I don't rate the Funk Man. Johnny Ace can kiss my ass.
Wow.
He was a bad dude.
Innovator of one of the greatest wrestling finishers of all time, sir.
Okay.
Ace Crusher.
Okay.
We're just talking about in-ring stuff, buddy.
Who was the guy who created the 3-point shot?
We're just talking about in-ring stuff.
Is that guy one of the all-time greats?
No, I didn't say he's all-time great. We're comparing him versus his brother. I'm talking about in-ring. I don't care about any of the... I know he's terrible outside.
Yeah, Animal is
in-ring stuff.
One of the greatest tag teams of all time. I think that matters.
Okay. Grayson Waller, 17/80. Animal over Johnny Ace, and it ain't close.
I agree.
Ooh, I got a question for you. We talked about the Armstrongs, but is between Road Dogg and his brother, because the skill gap in the ring is pretty wide, but when we talk about star level, obviously Road Dogg wins that one.
Yeah, I hate that guy. Again, you're going to get a biased answer out of me. What I want to see down the line, speaking of Road Dogg, is what's the difference between Billy and his 2 kids, Austin and Colton? Because those kids might actually be worth a damn in a few years for AEW.
They are.
They've been very fun the last couple of years since turning heel.
Nice.
I'm going to have to see about that. That might be a fun one. I wish it was just one son. Because if you combine, I think it's Austin's look, the height, the athleticism, the overall look, with Colton's in-ring and his savage little gremlin-like charisma.
Yeah.
That might be one of them ones, but you get both of them separate. and Austin looks the way he does,
Yeah.
but, you know, not as entertaining as Colton.
Right.
And Colton, unfortunately, got that hairline you don't want. But, man, that dude's a freak. I like that guy. He's a little weirdo. He's barking at people. He's telling people to suck it on ringside. He's talking trash the entire time to, like, the entire arena. That's great. That dude's a little freak.
Nikki Bella over Brie.
I agree. That was going to be one I asked you, Nikki and Brie.
Clint Dempsey. That's a father-son.
That might
it's
be
a father-son that we're going to have a conversation about later on.
That might be. Oh, I've got one just because there's so freaking many of them.
41 of 99.
Paige and all of her family. Soraya. The Knight family.
Yeah, but who else? I don't know nothing about, like, the history of that in Europe, bro.
Well, her old lady, you know, her mother was pretty...
Rey Mysterio on the Spellbound.
Was pretty one of them ones. But, like, you know, she got a lot of siblings who I think all wrestled. That's a humongous, long gap. That's an interesting one.
Are we, all right, question for you, because now I need to know. I know this is going to get me banned.
This should be a good one.
Is Paige really good?
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
She was good.
She
was good. I didn't really appreciate her AEW Women's Championship run just because it was based off of interference. I'm glad she got that moment, though. I think she deserves it. I think there are a lot of wrestlers now who look like Paige because she was there. I think she's very innovative from her look and of like that someone who, you know, has that aesthetic can get over.
Fair.
But really, in ring, she was pretty freaking good. She was pretty convincing. I thought she was an excellent seller. I thought she had a really great moveset too. Mm-hmm. I think again, like, I think she was even a little too early.
Okay.
She was like obviously AJ was pretty good in the ring, but she was working with like the beginning of like main roster 4 horsewomen, and like she was working with the Bellas a lot. I thought she was working Naomi when she was a little too green still. Like if you put Paige in her prime now, like if you put, you know, Paige Soraya in her prime in AEW right now, she might be a legit main event player.
So my question for you is,
I thought she was really
She ain't old, so is she out her prime already?
I think so. She was just gone too long. It's a lot of. It was.
How
I mean,
old is she?
When she, I mean, she was out for like 6 or 7 years.
How old is she?
She's like mid 30s or late 30s.
Cora Jade, 3 or 49.
Because when she got to the Fed, she was like 22, 23.
That's what I'm saying.
Soraya, not Sorata. That is a settlement in Oregon.
Blair D reminds me of her.
Soraya is, oh my god, 31 years old.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But that's, what I'm saying is, like, even at that early age, just because she started so young, like, she was wrestling, like, actual matches for her family's company when she was, like, 12, 13.
So you're saying that she's just too much wear
if
and tear on the body.
If she never took all that time off, she might be one of the best women's wrestlers in the world.
So too much wear and tear on the body will prevent her from coming back.
Bro, like, she had to retire because her neck didn't want to move.
Okay.
She legit couldn't wrestle. Okay. And now that she's healthy and somewhat wrestling regularly, if she gets back and took a decent swing of things, then yeah, she can be one of those like main event level talents. I just don't think a doctor will be like, yeah, you know, wrestle like once a week. No, don't do that. You want to live your life with your horrible little husband, right? You should do that.
Morse Code says she can't be when her head is on straight. And I was leaning more.
It was the out of the ring stuff. Dude, that shit does not help.
I was leaning more towards that. It's hard for me to believe that she just can't get back out there. I understand the neck issue and everything. Same thing that's got Biggie out, but like we've seen Daniel Bryan come back, we've seen Edge come back, and they are gonna definitely wrestle way more substantial, tougher matches than Paige would, in my opinion. I understand neck injuries can be different depending on what the people are. So can't really, you know, but it's at 30 something. Like if Trish could come back and do what she did, I just don't think 31's like extremely old.
Yeah, it's so crazy because like
Nathan Fraser, 10 of 24.
Nice. Her thing right now is that she's like, I think she's building towards like a student versus teacher storyline with Harley Cameron, which would be like a fun little thing that they do. It's mostly like Collision and Rampage story that they do.
Raquel Rodriguez, 88 of 149.
Like, again, 31 years old. Like, if she wants to, and I think she's been keeping her nose clean.
And
that's an important thing.
That's my question. Like,
because
is that
funnily enough, at the old car shop I worked at, one of the regulars I had was like her husband's best friend and like manager. Mm-hmm. So I talked about the two of them for a little bit because I was a wrestling fan and he's also a wrestling fan. He's like, oh yeah, like she's good. Like she could wrestle a lot if she wanted to. Mm-hmm. I just don't really know. She was like streaming on Twitch a lot, and I think she likes doing stuff like that.
That's where I question it. I don't think she has that. I don't know if she ever. I don't say ever. I think it was a means to an end. I think it was all right. So like we had the Nikita talk last night, right? I think it's. I think
Saraya wants to actually wrestle. I do.
Hold on. Let me finish my statement. I think. I'm not saying okay. I don't think Nikita doesn't want to wrestle. I think Nikita wants to do a bunch of things, and that's the problem. She can't hold on. She can't focus on what she needs to do to get her to the point she's trying to get to. I think Paige was able to put the focus into wrestling, and it's like, okay, well, cool, I did that. I checked that off the box. I think Nikita wants to be that, to where she can check stuff off the box and say, okay, I did the wrestling thing. Now I can do the singing thing. Now I can do the rapping thing. Now I can do the modeling thing because I've checked all these boxes off. I think Paige got to the wrestling box and then moved on, and now she's off that, and she doesn't care enough to like really get back into the swing of it, to like care enough to be on that level. Because right now, women's wrestling, she should be able to boom in this in the business right now.
Funnily enough, now that you mention it, I really don't think she's just a fit with AEW anymore. Like, she got cleared to work with AEW, and I think she was cool with that. And she won that women's world title in Wembley in front of like all of her friends and family. And it was like a pretty great moment. But like since then, she hasn't really done anything. I didn't like her reign. It was a lot of like the social outcast interfering and everything. And like, there's maybe one more story you could do with like her and Time with Tony Storm. I think it'd be a fun little like month-long TV feud before Tony challenges a more legitimate competitor in that division for a pay-per-view feud. But I feel like Saraya could definitely go back to the Fed and probably do pretty well.
You think the doors will be open for her in the Fed?
I think so. When I'm trying to remember
how far
when they split, I think it was pretty amicable. Like I think she was bummed, obviously, but it's like, hey, like you're hurt. We can't clear you.
How far up the card does she go? Is there enough star power? Do we care enough about Paige to throw her up the card already? 24 and 149. Like whose spot does she take? Because that's been the issue with the Fed for a while, especially with the women's division, is the amount of talent. So whose spot does Paige take? Comfortably. To where we're not booing this all to hell.
She'd have to be a heel. I like...
I want Nikita to pin you. Victor. Settle down. Settle down, sir.
That's for off strip. That's for after hours.
Settle down, sir. It's not even 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock over here, sir.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if she needs to be a main eventer.
Okay.
She should just be the Natalia spot. Where like people,
wow.
What Natalia?
You bring her back for that?
She's a good worker. She's credible. Like numerous time women's and divas world champ. That's there.
How many Natty matches do you want to watch?
I'd rather watch Paige than watch Natty.
You rather heard the Natty gimmick, the gatekeeper put over young talent. We're bringing her back. We're going to pay her. Bring her back for that. She should
low-key be the head of whatever, like the figurehead, queen bee of whatever heel mean gross faction they do.
So all right, so
she could be the mentor of Tiffy.
So no. That's
just from like a wrestling.
Their looks are completely
off. But yeah, that's why it works though.
Hold on. When somebody mentioned Blair Davenport earlier, I'm not mad at Paige leading that faction.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at Paige leading an alternative look faction. So you get Blair, you get Gigi, you get Shotzi, and you put Paige ahead of that. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that.
Yeah, that'd be totally fine.
Yeah, you gotta calm down. Scarlet on the red.
What? What's going on? What do you mean? Yeah, that'd be totally fine.
If she does the alternative, or even if you throw Liv in there, or Nikki Cross or something. If she does the alternative girls faction,
Liv and Saraya would be a lot of fun actually.
Shinsuke Nakamura, Tatum Paxley could be an option. Like if she were to lead that group of girls, then I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that.
I think there's plenty of room for her in that company, even with all the talent they have.
Okay.
But I would rather I don't want her to be just like a manager or the figurehead of a group.
Paige
I'd
versus
rather
Becky Lynch or draw big.
Would rather see her work, just like actually wrestle. And I think that was the main thing about why she left too. Is like why she was okay with leaving.
15 to 25.
Speaking of
Shotzi.
I think she wanted to work. I think she wanted to wrestle. She wanted to get cleared, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll clear you, but like, we don't really want you wrestling." I thought that was kind of a mistake. I think a spark of her, where she's motivated, like she probably can be, I would assume, is good. Like, she'd be a good little character on that card. I don't know if it's a main event card. It could be mid card. If they eventually do a women's mid card title, like they probably do need.
Well, they got one in NXT now.
I know, but for the main roster, if they finally do that, like she'd be good in that little role. Okay. And then upper to like higher mid end. It's all I need.
So you got her
flirting with the main event scene on occasions, but mid card type stuff.
You got her middle of tier 2 basically.
Yeah, but she didn't flirt with upper of tier 2 and lower of tier 1. She's 31 years old. That's so crazy.
And that's my point.
That's so crazy.
And that's my point. There's still mileage there. All right.
That's just so
Tokyo Genesis says, here's the thing about the Fed and women's wrestling. You can name the top 25 active women's wrestlers from every promotion, and 99.99% would already be WWE women, plus Jordan Grace from TNA. I'm not completely in agreement with that. I think
some of those Josies are crazy, man.
I think that even if you keep it stateside, Statlander could be on this roster. Willow could be on this roster. Mm-hmm. Toni Storm could be on this roster. I don't think Britt Baker quite fits. Nah. But like what's the girl that Tony just had the rivalry with? Her old friend. They got the same tattoo or something like that.
Oh, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, she could probably fit on the roster. I'm not mad at her in like an NXT spot. Jordan Grace for sure needs to be over here. I think eventually she'll make that move. Braun Breaker on the Elite deck. Hey, Damage Control.
Oh, wow.
Uno. Fire. Dakota Kai. Awesome. 1-on-1 auto. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ooh, we're back.
We back, baby.
And it's a nice one.
Mr. Uno de Uno back in the building. That's fire. 1-on-1 Dakota Kai Pin Pals auto.
On the black ink.
Fantastico.
That's so sick.
Fantastico.
That's a sick card.
That's a fire hit. We like it. We like it. We just talking about the ladies. The ladies getting their shine tonight. The ladies are shining tonight. Dakota Kai is one of the names that I think, if she could stay healthy, she'd be up there. Rob Van Dam, 91 and 149. We got Austin. It's been a pretty solid break because the chat has been tremendous. Mm-hmm. This is why we love y'all. This is why our wrestling breaks are as fire as they are, because the participation you ladies and gentlemen put in. Spellbound of Lita. This one is 74 of 99. The Lita spot doing aight. Couple Spellbound numbered. That's right. Who got Dakota Kai? She's kind of hit or miss sometimes in terms of who picks her up, or if she does or does not get picked up. But shout out to you if you got the Dakota Kai spot. Congratulations. You done well for yourself. Damn. That's fire, right?
With the hashtag Damage Control.
That is fire, right?
Little X on the end of the signature. That's so sick.
Dakota's one of them ones. Welcome back, Paige. You get to deal with Dakota Kai now.
That'd be a fun first feud.
I like that. I wouldn't be mad at that. Her and her Damage Control posse. What happens to Damage Control now? Like, they ripped all the belts off of them. I thought the rumor was that Asuka's taking some time off.
I think so.
Nursing injuries, I believe. I think Io needs more of a showcase. Dakota needs some in-ring stuff. They need to do something for her. She's too good to not be utilized. Where is the mid-card belt?
I don't know.
He needs that.
Like, how does NXT have the mid-card women's belt before the main roster does?
Yeah. Well, they got to give Kalani Jordan something. Because that's what that's going to be. Chelsea Green. 44 of 53. What up, Ty? What's good, brother? Did you chime in after the 1-on-1 got hit? Because we just pulled a 1-on-1. So go ahead and get the tracker ready. Because I got something for you, fam.
That's the man over here.
That's the man right there. Drew McIntyre. 81 of 99. Candice LeRae on the red. Let's hoping for some Piper Nevin love. I got you, Tokyo. I got you. Say less. Say less. We're here to make dreams come true. Blah will be very upset with you because that's his girl. However, it don't matter. You ain't here to say nothing.
He's too big for us now.
I guess, bro. Complete coincidence that you popped in right when a 1-on-1 got pulled. Did you see what it was at least? Think I can get a car this weekend? Are you saying car or something else? We got the hearts in the way, so I can't see what that is. Are you saying car or cap or what? 5 more boxes. Well, 6 more boxes left. Let's get another 1-on-1. Send me a pic. All right. Did you get the theory? Did you get the A-Town from the other night, from the other break? Oh, you heard what it was. All right. Yeah, I got you on the photo, sir. I will send you a photo. You need to get in here and chime in on some of these talks, man. We've been having some AEW talks last night. We had some WWE talks tonight. We got to we're doing our family rankings. We revisited our new NWO Invasion discussion. We revisited our DX discussion. Triple H, speaking of, 11-24 on a die cut. Maxine Dupree. Got the Road to Sisters. Godfather. On the Throw Beazle. Rob Van Dam Full Throttle. Tatum Paxley. Dragon Lee. Not numbered, but we'll get there. Somebody requested a numbered Dragon Lee. I got to fulfill the request.
Another brother.
I got to fulfill the request. Brother who?
Roosh.
Oh, word?
And the current Mystico Dragalico.
Who's better? Dragon or Roosh?
Roosh is pretty crazy. But Dragon Lee is also pretty crazy. They're pretty neck and neck right there.
Pretty neck and neck. What's the most even brother tandem we got? Don't say the Usos.
Actively? No,
I think Jay's separated himself quite a bit.
If we're talking active.
Is Jay and Jimmy gonna eventually turn into Booker and Stevie?
No.
It won't get that bad.
Jimmy is too talented, too motivated.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Again, what I'm about to say wouldn't really make any sense because I never saw Jay as anywhere being close to this.
Okay.
This legit main event level talent.
Okay.
But with that being said, I don't see Jimmy replicating that success.
Nope. Not at this point.
Not at this point. And that's fine. You know, I may be proven wrong. Like freaking Jay is proven wrong right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think the closer comp to that would be, before he passed, obviously, Brett and Owen.
Okay.
Jay is Brett and Jimmy is Owen.
Okay. Fair.
And if he really wanted to, if he was totally motivated like Jay was, he could probably get to that level. Mm-hmm. But right now, it's Jay. Jay is the legit main eventer.
All right.
Jimmy is a couple steps behind.
Follow up. Can Solo pass Jimmy? Bray Wyatt, 35 of 53.
Solo was young though, you know, but Jimmy's already done so much. At least as a tag team guy, like I put a lot of weight into that.
Rooster,
one half of one of the best tag teams of all time.
Okay,
and a very competent mid to upper mid card singles guy. Good heel act. Hey, the no yeet hater of the year type stuff that he was doing leading up to WrestleMania, I thought that was really fun. And you know, even some of the comedy stuff where he was like the cowardly minion heel to Roman, that was great. Like,
I think he's been fantastic character wise.
Solo,
the potential there is crazy, bro.
He could be a legit main eventer too.
Family discussion, better husband or wife wrestlers. We've actually had this discussion before. We actually had this. We ranked what was it? I think we were trying to determine who outkicked coverage. Between the two, that's what it was. So we can get into the actual wrestling aspect of it, but we were talking about who outkicked coverage.
Who was punching?
Who was punching out of their weight class between the two? Now, if we're talking about just in terms of wrestling, right now, there's Andrade and Charlotte, Buddy and Rhea, Montez and Bianca,
Seth and Becky.
Because we were talking doing a mixed tag, like husband-wife situation.
It's Jimmy and Naomi.
One of the Usos and Naomi.
I think it's Jimmy and Naomi.
Gunther and Jenny. Even though she retired. Punk and AJ.
And we're talking
Tiffany and Ludwig Kaiser.
Claudio and was it Sarah Ray?
Sarah Del Rey?
Yeah. She was
fire. She was awesome. She was very good in the ring.
She's why all the women's wrestlers are good now.
Gargano.
She's like the main.
Gargano and Candice LeRae. Bautista on Elite Signature.
Nice.
Red Redemption.
Very nice.
What, Natty and Tyson Kidd?
Once upon a time, man.
Victor said Tyler Bate and the whole women's roster is crazy.
Victor ain't wrong.
Drew McIntyre 138 and 149. What am I missing? Is
that dude
Tyler player?
That dude is a dog. Wow. And let's just say he does well.
Core strength. A lot of core strength.
He does well.
Would it be Mero and Sable or Brock? I think Brock beats Mero up.
I think Brock is going to be...
Probably Brock.
Maybe it's kind of the one to pick.
We can ask Sable. I'm sure she's going to say Brock.
Yeah.
Look at Vic with the inside
Beth and Edge?
Beth and Edge is good. Beth and Edge is very good. I don't know how we'd rank them, though. Like, who would you say? I know Seth and Becky is up there near the top. But... how far behind is Beth and Edge? Prime for we talking about all primes.
Amazon was pretty great.
Mark Henry and Mae Young is insane. Morris Cole take a break. Tyler Bates with Sol Ruka now. The athleticism in that combination is ridiculous.
He's been with Liv. He's been with Tony Storm. He's currently with Sol. He does quite well for himself.
Strong little boy.
Big strong boy.
Big strong boy. Claudio Light. So what? Seth and Becky.
He's like the new CM Punk. He was whoring around for a while too.
Talk heavy.
Oh, we're forgetting your just because he is the GOAT. Danielson and Bree.
Yeah, but Bree is comparatively.
But Danielson is so high up.
You gotta hold up your end of the bargain, though, fam.
Once upon a time, it was John and Nikki.
If you go Danielson and
Miz
Bree,
and Maurice.
If you're going
Trips and Steph.
If you're going Danielson and Bree, yeah, Rhea and Buddy and Edie. If you're going
Buddy, Malachi and Zelina Vega.
If you're going Danielson and Bree, then you got to put Gunther and Jenny up there because Gunther is damn good worker.
But Jenny was pretty damn good too. Exactly. Brie Bella is no Jenny.
Paige and Del Rio. Says Pac Poo.
No, thankfully not anymore. Good for her. That dude sucks. A horrible human being.
Roddy Piper, 96 and 99.
What else, man?
That reminds me, we haven't seen John L in a long time. There's Natty.
Io Sky and Evil. New Japan's Evo.
What's this? New
gold?
breed?
New breed?
Is that a gold new breed? Who's this? Rip Fowler. Pulled the base last night.
Gold.
Feeling a little goldy tonight.
Gold.
Gold gang. 1 of 10. I hate him with a passion. All right, well, Morse, you a Morse coder? Like, are you typing on the side somewhere?
Who is Morse talking about?
You talking on Del Rio?
Yeah, I mean,
are you a Morse? Are you typing off to the side?
That's a pretty popular opinion.
47 to 40. Yeah, but this is not the only one.
Hated
it's not the only one you two have shared tonight. You two have been on the same page with everything. Morse code is AJ Styles your favorite wrestler? Rey Mysterio.
Do you love Tetsuya Naito?
94, 99. Give me your full Japanese wrestling history, and then we'll know whether or not you two are over here in cahoots.
What are your thoughts on the Necro Butcher?
What are you? Do you like Necro? Do you like that style?
Necro, Grizzly Redwood, bro.
Grizzly Redwood.
The goats back in
Grizzly
the day.
Redwood was fire, bro.
Nick Hatred?
Grizzly
Come on,
Redwood
man. Those CCW goats? Sick Nick Mondo?
Fire.
Come on, man.
Nick
what are we
Mondo
talking about?
Is insane.
What are we talking about?
Insane show.
That's what we're talking about.
Show. Maurice and Miz.
Maurice got good by the end. Another one I think would do very, very well in her prime right now.
Do we want to visit? Are we going to revisit since we got 37 in the live? Are we revisiting our Outkick coverage?
Our punching?
Yeah. Are we going? Let's revisit our punching out of their weight class.
Why'd you bring that up when Miz and Maurice was brought up?
Because I'm curious. I'm curious of what the people will say.
Well, why that one in particular?
Because we have a nice mixture of both genders in the chat, so we can really see what's what. Taker and McCool. All right.
That's actually not a bad shot either. That might.
That's a good little because Michelle was nice today. She would be nice today. She would be nice. She would be very good today. Very good today. That's a good shout out.
Oh, speaking of one of we were talking about earlier, Jordan Grace and Jonathan Gresham is give a little shout out to them. Those two are pretty damn good workers.
Jordan's way better than I ain't gonna say that.
Okay, like I might not like him as a dude. He can wrestle. Pretty freaking good. That dude's kind of nice with it.
All right, so Cream Taco says Miz punch far out of his.
Oh my, that's the one right there. Miz punched big time. That's the one.
Is that the most egregious one?
I mean, I can go through the noggin. I can scroll through the Lexa file, the Rolodex. I mean,
Karrion and Scarlett.
Nah, Karrion's got it. I will say, I mean,
you got Karrion winning.
No, Karrion's punching. And again, God rest his soul. I love Bray, but JoJo,
Kiana James, 18 of 80.
Good for him. Good for Bray.
All right. Let's see.
I'm sure you've seen the picture of her with the New Day and the box of Bootios.
No, I have not. Cell phone is coming out. Let me see. Yeah, that's the end of that. Who's got it between Cody and Brandy is a good one.
Yeah. I mean, I think Cody Rhodes is a dork, so I think we'll always think he's punching up.
That's crazy. Who's the most neck and neck? I remember her.
Yeah. That's good.
I remember
That's a good one. Who's the most neck and neck? Tez and Bianca, Charlotte and Andrade. I think Seth Rollins is an ugly
Charlotte
man.
and Andrade?
Andrade is so hot. That dude's so
Charlotte's
good.
not good.
I don't know. I think Charlotte's a pretty rough lady. I mean, she might be punching, but I think it's close.
She got to the main roster, yeah.
Actually, no, never mind. Andrade's just too good looking.
Wow, okay.
That dude's a very handsome man.
All right.
That's always one of my favorites. I was just like, why were you wearing a mask the whole time?
Where's Buddy and Rhea for you?
But again, Buddy is a little goblin. He's like Seth, really. Rhea's. even from an unbiased standpoint, Rhea Ripley's a pretty good looking lady.
Okay.
Who else is on that list? Who's close? I'm trying to think.
That's close.
I think the closest is Tez and Bianca. With two very good looking people.
Beth and Edge. Piper never on the red.
I just think it's mostly because Edge is old. Back in the day, though, he was a pretty handsome dude, very pretty guy.
All right, so Edge and Lita. There's Albert.
Yeah, Edge is punching there.
20 or 49.
Yeah, but again, I gotta.
Got a little bit of bias. Dusty Rhodes.
Okay, think
10 or 49.
I think Taker might be punching.
Oh, wait, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. He's aged like milk.
He's old.
He's aged terribly.
He's an old man.
Mr. Allen Jones.
Ooh, nice.
On the full throttle. That's fire.
That's
1 to 25.
Go right there.
My man said Kit Wilson and Elton Prince. Sit this one out.
I love
That's
those
crazy.
Those are so great.
That is a wild.
I miss them. I need
They
those
just
two.
wrestled not that long ago, didn't they?
But
Were
I
they like a
need
tag tournament or something?
I need them to be
Like,
on TV every week.
let me
They're
ask.
the best.
Let me ask you a question.
That's so great.
Let me ask you a question. Would you be all right? Which faction would you rather see with those two? Right? Velveteen Dream and those two. Oh, you shook your head before I even got that. All right. Or Tyler Breeze. Prime Tyler Breeze. And Elton Prince and Kit Wilson.
Yeah, that's the one right there.
Or would you prefer a rivalry with Breeze Dongo?
That'd be the one.
And Kit Wilson and Elton Prince.
I will say, by the way,
Full comedy.
Speaking of those two, and just because he's busy or he's free now because he got kicked out of Imperium, I wouldn't mind seeing Giovanni Vinci hang out with them because I like that NXT gimmick where he's just like a model who's like, yeah, I think wrestling is beautiful. You know, I do my modeling, but I also love this and this is how I express myself. I thought that was great. I think those three would work together very well.
Is that a remake of Rick Martel, like a modernized version of Rick Martel?
Kind of.
I didn't
just
see
because
it.
I love the freeze frames and the posing. Did you ever watch that little thing?
I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to see him. So
he
would. I was like.
So he would come down to the ring like sexy Italian club music, spotlights and everything, and he would like get to the stage and he would like pose, and the little snapshot would happen.
I thought that was the one.
Ooh, nice double dip there.
One, but second Thea Hell auto nice on the pin pals.
It's a very nice one to get.
We got another teal coming up.
He would they would do a snapshot and a freeze frame. It would say
Rob Van Dam.
Nice.
Very nice on the teal.
It would say Venny.
7 to 25.
And then he would go down to the apron or whatever. He would do another snapshot, Vidi, and then he would get into the ring and pose for the main thing, and it would say Giovanni Vinci, as in Veni Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered.
Right.
And
Hank Walker,
his name sounds like Vici. It's great.
Fair.
But the best one of that is he's coming down to the ring, and it's the start of NXT. So Wade Barrett and the other guy are talking next to the ring. And he gets to the ring and he is going down from the top rope and pointing to the camera. And Wade hits the pose too, and the other guy's like, huh? And it's the three of them together. It's incredible. That gimmick is awesome. And if Wade Barrett's going to do main roster stuff, he has to be involved with Vinci. It's just a great duo.
Question. Now that he's on screen, where does Rob and his lady rank? Who's kicking? Who's out kicking? Who's
I've got a type. She's not my type. Katie Forbes, I think, or whatever. Yeah, she's not. She don't rank for me.
So you got Rob winning that one.
Man, prime Rob Van, ECW Rob.
Yeah, it's got ECW.
That
Rob.
dude was. He was. I mean, he's called Van Dam for a reason. Looks like Jean Claude. Looks like a mix of Jean Claude and Fabio. He was just like Foley. Like Foley once upon a time.
Taco
I was a very handsome man.
Taco's like
about Rob or Katie or both.
I don't know. She doesn't specify. She said you. Oh, RVD and Kate. She does both.
That's nowadays. That's fair. But Rob back when, yeah, he's kind of the one. Same with Mick. Like before Mick did all this wrestling stuff, Mick Foley should have been a model. That was a very handsome man.
Honky Dog Man, 63 and 99.
Hate that guy.
Yep, not a big fan. Not a big fan. Roman Reigns.
But yeah, you throw Giovanni Vinci potentially with Pretty Deadly. That'd be a fun little faction. I don't need Giovanni Vinci to be like a mid-card, upper mid-card guy. Just be around, be a good hand, have some fun with those two. That's all I need.
So comedy is
not even comedy.
Because I mean that's what they are, right?
They're way more silly than I think he was ever presented.
Mm-hmm.
He can maybe help bring some legitimacy to those two. But they should be doing like fun behind the scenes vignettes together.
Do you see them more as
spa days and?
Do you see them more like that faction more as like a main roster faction of what's the Namdar? Was it
Metafab or whatever?
Metaphor.
Those dudes have really grown on me. Actually,
yeah.
I think Metaphor might be a little legit.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I was in on Noam Dar when he was just like the champagne supernova and everything. So I thought like, hey, this is a good worker. Yeah, and then he kind of lost himself on the NXT UK for me, and now he's back, and I'm like, this dude's weird. I don't get it, and now I get it. He's incredible.
He's incredible, bro. That whole little crew.
They're just little.
It's so entertaining.
Fuckers. That's so great.
And then when they had
now the stuff with Trek and Lash, like that's great.
When they had Zawa down there.
Oh,
and he took the cup, and they had to find him.
Just the entrance, like the entrance of like the four of them with like, it's low key very like Super Sendai kind of kawaii Japanese squad. It's like really weird. It's cool though. Those four really do a good job. I always liked Ora Mensa. I thought that dude was always pretty good.
I like the fact that even with the silliness outside of the ring. When Nam gets in the ring to wrestle, he's business. He's all business. He's one of the better workers they have on that roster.
He's very good. That's why I liked him when he initially debuted. Like when he was in the Cruiserweight Classic, I was so excited because I was such a big fan of him in Progress.
Right.
He was just like, oh, this guy's just like cool. Like he's just a cool guy who also is like a really interesting like
Quincy Elliott on the auto.
He's what? He's not Scottish. He's like Welsh, but Israeli, and he's like a really interesting background.
Brock Lesnar, 24
of all this culture, and it shows in his wrestling. Like I thought all that was really cool, and then he got like the white guy dreads and the braids, and I'm like, this ain't it.
Right.
white people with braids and dreads are not the look. But then he got like the crazy puffs, and I'm like, all right, I'm in.
86 and 99.
But Stone Cold's having a break.
Stone Cold is killing it this break. Big Eats. Buffet.
He's just
Buffet line.
He's great. Like he's a legitimately great worker. And I'm glad that's being showcased.
He is. I like. I've always been a big fan of the smaller wrestlers that have a scalable moveset that works on wrestlers their size and larger wrestlers as well. Like I don't know if you saw the match with him and Dijak.
Yeah.
Fantastic match.
Yeah.
Believable is all I had. Like him coming away with that victory, the way he did it, still makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Like the way they finished it was very good. So I like when you can have like him, Pete Dunne, obviously big fan of his, Dragunov, you know, wrestlers that are smaller wrestlers, Bryan Danielson, but have a moveset that allows them to be scalable against anybody, no matter the size difference. Just because this works on whoever you put in
Jericho
the ring.
was like that, Benoit was like that, Malenko was like that.
Yeah.
Like those guys got it. The smaller guys, like you said, sizable. Like I can still do all this stuff that I do in ring. To anyone of any size. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be convincing. Yeah. It's supposed to look like a fight. It's a fight.
Yeah.
It's great. Noam Dar might be one of the more...
He's the more well-rounded guy.
Underrated guy in the entire company. He's great.
Like starting off with leg kicks, the joint manipulation, the different locks that
it's
he
just,
moves,
you know...
quick hitting stuff.
He's small.
Huh?
He's small.
He's small.
Tough. It's tough, you know?
But
I want him to be more, but you know...
But it works for him though.
It does work for him.
It works for him. Now they're never gonna scale him up, obviously. But you know, if you give him a North American run, you give him, if they ever bring back the cruiserweight again, back to my thing from last night, he could be another one of those guys you throw in that hardcore division. Yeah. If you want to revamp it that way.
I think that should just be like, here is our Netflix television title. Okay. He's one of those guys. If you want to do like a dedicated Netflix title, that could be one of the guys very cool in there.
Die cut, Karrion Kross.
Nice.
23 or 24 on a die cut.
I don't think he's punching. I know Scarlett's a very attractive lady, but that dude's a pretty handsome man.
Okay.
You know what? He's got cool tattoos. There are a lot of wrestlers who love stupid tattoos. He's got cool tattoos. You remember? You want to talk about guys who completely flip the switch? You remember Gentleman Jack Gallagher?
Yeah.
Remember when he was like, I have a mustache and an umbrella, and then he came back one day with like a crazy chest piece, like a crazy ass tattoo. I'm like, hey man, cool piece.
You mean like
why do you have that?
Like Brock Lesnar painting a sword on his chest? Ava.
That one makes a little more sense.
No, it does not.
You're
I'm not gonna tell him it's stupid.
You're gonna tell me Brock Lesnar, Minnesota Hunter Brock Lesnar, can't have a crazy knife with the knuckles on it?
The first time I saw that, I was like, "What the hell did this?"
I mean, he had that skull tattoo early. We should have known, like, "Oh, this dude's not okay up top. Like, this guy's not doing well up there." And then he gets that. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, I get it.
I thought that was dumb. I ranked that.
Why did both Edge and Batista have belly button tattoos?
Hey, look, man. You know, look, man. I ranked.
I mean, we're talking bad tattoos. Those are definitely up there.
Queen Taco agrees with you. She says him and Scarlett are pretty close in the hottie scale, and Pac Pootie beat you to the punch. We're on delay, but Pac Pootie beat you to the punch. Batista has a belly tattoo.
There we go. See, I know my people. The people know me. That's all I'm saying. This is why I love doing this with y'all. You guys get me and I get you.
He said, slow down, fam. Batista has a belly tattoo.
That's just... Why you do that, man?
Those three rank up there. So Brock's silver tattoo, Batista's belly tattoo, belly button tattoo, and Tyson's face tattoo. Tattoos.
Those aren't even the
three tattoos I'll never understand, but I'll never tell that individual.
You remember Icarus from Chikara with the crazy, horrible, never finished back tattoo? That's the one. That's the worst wrestling tattoo of all time.
Fair enough. Country boy can't survive.
Besides the Harris brothers, but those are bad for other bad reasons.
Yeah.
Those two suck.
You got a list of just evil people that you just despise, and it leaks over anything they done. Hold up, fam.
Those two were never good in ring, and they're horribly bad POS.
49. All right, because here's my all right. I'm gonna hot seat you real quick.
Oh God.
Because
I have it in living color, folks.
I'm gonna hot seat you real quick because I hear you. Like, if we mention anybody, like, you don't like Corey Graves. You don't think he's a...
I just think he's a dork.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
The level of distaste that I have for Corey Graves is different than the distaste that I have for the Harris brothers.
All right, so you have your list of wrestlers that are just terrible people outside the ring, and that gets mentioned whenever they get mentioned. We breeze right over the Crippler and make no mention...
I feel like
you just threw him in there.
That goes without saying, though. That's why I didn't bring him up during the father-son thing, because unfortunately his oldest is training and has been training.
Oh yeah.
David, right. I believe.
Okay.
That goes without saying.
That reminds me, British Bulldog and his kids.
DH is actually pretty good. I like DH Smith. He's a good powerhouse. Remember when he was signed for the Fed for like the last couple of years and then got released quietly? He just never was on TV.
Him and Tyson were tag team.
No, I know that. They were tag champs for a little bit. In like 2021, they just re-signed him.
Really?
And
for what?
To wrestle. And never showed up on TV. Huh. And then I think like a year or so ago, got released.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he was signed to the Fed for like a year and a half.
Corey J, 20 or 80.
Never showed up. Got a couple paychecks, I'm assuming. Maybe he was doing some PC stuff, but like never heard about it.
Probably.
And that's it. He was there. I've always liked David Hart Smith.
Elite Siggs. Undertaker.
Nice.
Not too shabby. Redemption have been A-okay. Now Cora and Braun are no longer together.
Nope.
Well, who outkicked coverage there? Who's punching up in that combination?
I don't think any of it. Even when Scott still had his hair, when he was doing like the rah go blue look, he might have been a little decent looking, but I don't know any of those Steiner family. Those Steiner boys are particularly good looking fellas.
Okay.
So I would say Cora.
Ken Shamrock, 10 of 49.
We'll have to talk about that, Oscar.
What about Bobby and I mean, I know it was on screen, but you know, Miro didn't quite.
Oh, Miro
either.
Handsome Miro, you know, Handsome Miro was the thing, but that Lana, pretty lady.
Okay.
She's a pretty lady.
All right.
But I always loved Handsome Miro. That was my guy. He's a big what if for me. Of like,
he's been misused everywhere.
Everywhere. But also, it's kind of his fault.
Okay.
Like when he showed up in AEW for the first time, it should have been like, yo man, you should be a killer. Yeah. You should be an absolute monster. And it's like, I play video games. And I'm like, no, you don't. You work on it. You work out using giant boulders and cinder blocks, and you like deadlift cows for your workout. You're not streaming Call of Duty Warzone on Twitch. So I don't want to hear that from you.
So you think it's outer ring stuff as well? You think him giving...
He got too much creative freedom with that initially, and then he became the Redeemer. The Redeemer, to me, might be one of the greatest AEW gimmicks ever.
Okay.
Every time he was on TV, it was must-watch television. That was a guy you could have legitimately have made world champ. He could have beat Hangman. He could have beat Moxley. He could have beat any of those guys. And he was just like messed around with the TBS title for a while.
Sherry Martel
and the TNT title.
25.
And he made it legit.
Right.
Like, his TNT run is awesome. The whole thing with Fuego del Sol with like his messed up neck. Like, you gave me a body made of marble and a neck made of sand. Like, why are you saying that? Like, it was incredible.
Very nice till Edge star
and then
status.
He couldn't stay healthy.
9-25. That's been a big issue of his too.
But man, that dude is awesome. Miro is one of them ones for me. He absolutely should have been world champ.
So.
And now I think he's just like done wrestling. He's like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore.
Diesel 43 and 149.
I think the last couple of years of like not being able to stay healthy and just like, I'm assuming the stuff that happened with his ex-wife probably killed a lot of drive and passion he had for the business, which is very unfortunate. But man, that dude for a couple of years should have been one of the ones.
So who's your give me a Moxley punched up to get Renee?
That's pretty true.
Fair. Who's some of your I'm assuming he ranks fairly high in your what ifs. Who else is in your what ifs? Misused, didn't quite get to the status they should have. You know, should have got a better run. We've talked about Malenko before.
It's going to be a lot of TNA guys.
That's fine.
First off is Christopher Daniels. That dude's just unbelievable.
Okay.
The Fallen Angel was a great gimmick.
Wait.
That dude should have been world champ.
Hold on. At what level? In
TNA, that dude should have been world champ. You know, he was supposed to be the original Higher Power, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if that was ever going to work, especially in that era.
No.
But like,
he was too small.
In TNA, that dude should have been world champ. If we're talking in the Fed, it's gonna be a lot of smaller guys. The Brian Kendrick was a main event gimmick, and you cannot convince me otherwise. The Brian Kendrick with Ezekiel Jackson as the heater. He was in that championship scramble, that 5-way. He was technically WWE champion for like a minute before he lost it in that match.
Are you thinking like New Sean and Diesel?
Yeah, like that whole gimmick where he was like not doing the tag team stuff with London. He had Ezekiel Jackson as the heater. He had the cool theme and the jacket, and he was doing some really good promos, and like he was slicing and dicing up dudes who were bigger than him. A very sizable moveset.
Right.
That dude from like 08 to 09, he could have been a main event guy, but I'm pretty sure the Undertaker hated him.
I know he has.
I will not be losing to the Brian Kendrick.
I know he has some out the ring stuff too. He
That
has
also
some
probably
backstage stuff that
didn't help.
He was he was tough to deal with. He was too much like his mentor.
Yeah.
And didn't have the backstage pull to be that.
Yeah.
I think that had a lot to do with it too.
But man, that dude, I still think that dude would have been a big star.
Because even on the indies, he never quite reached the level we probably should have. I think a lot of that had to do with locker room stuff.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods 49 and 53. Because I know in ROH he got a push.
Speaking of Xavier, I mean, I don't really feel fair counting it because of injuries, but like Big E would have been a numerous time world champ right now. Just had the one reign before.
Jerry Lawler, 2 of 24. Did you like his title? Well, he never really got a chance.
He never got a chance.
Yeah.
That's
what did you see? Where did you see that going?
I mean, I think he could have been a fun, like, pretty dominant. I don't want to say white meat babyface because he was still
Shinsuke,
he was a little too PG-13 for that role, but like he would have been a lot of fun. I think he's a guy that would have benefited from being in Hunter's WWE right now.
Okay.
If he was doing his thing, I mean. He could have. He was a pretty. He had a lot of material for being a heel too. Like he could have definitely turned on some intimidation factor pretty if he wanted to be a heel. But I think Big E, if he could have stayed healthy, would have been world champ a few times. Would have probably had a couple good matches with Roman when the Bloodline and everything. They would have reunited the New Day proper for it too. I'm imagining.
Is he the most? Is he the most? Best candidate for champion out of those three?
Yeah.
Because we talked about Kofi, like, I think better in the chase than he was in the
whole. The Kofi Mania thing is better, like, just as a thing, but, like, he was...
better in the chase than he is.
He was supposed to be, Big E was supposed to be world champ. I think that was kind of the original goal coming out of it. It's like, hey, we'll build a Big E, but it's like, hey, if you split us up, we're all quitting. So, that's pretty tough. To be like, hey, do we want to lose these three guys who make us lots of money?
Yeah.
Because do you want one of them to be a super duper star, or should we all just have them do what they want and also make us lots of money?
Fair. Good business move.
Yeah.
Tokyo Genesis says Christopher Daniels' biggest reason for never making it huge, in my opinion, is existing at the same time as AJ Styles.
Yeah, I mean that's always the thing too. But like that Fallen Angel gimmick was awesome.
Yeah.
He could have been a good face. Would have been an awesome heel. But yeah, he should have been like AJ and Daniels should be like the Cena Randy of that generation of TNA. Those two should have been the same side or the different sides of the same coin for like a decade.
Okay.
But TNA is. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, so I won't talk too much about it. I think the other big one for me, what if, is like, hey, what if Jeff Hardy could have just stayed a little sober?
How far do you think they let that get?
Jeff Hardy might have been the most over person I had seen.
Definitely over, yes.
Maybe until...
Norman Smiley. Big wiggle.
That's the GOAT right there.
Gold gang!
That's the GOAT right there.
10 out of 10 on a Norman Smiley auto. That's fire, bro.
I think Jeff would have been... I mean, Jeff was outselling it. Everyone merch-wise. Mm-hmm. He was one of the first people I had seen who was over with men, women, and children. Mm-hmm. Like... When he won the WWE title in that triple threat, I mean, that's like an all-time moment. Mm-hmm. And then, he couldn't keep his head on his shoulders. Mm-hmm. There's probably like a 5-year run of him as a legit main eventer. He's probably a few-time world champ. They would have done him versus Cena eventually, and it would have been incredible. Like, they would have been maybe the legit fuel you needed to give Cena an actual heel turn, because you're not booing Jeff Hardy in that situation.
Okay, fair.
Like... He might be a really big what if they was like, hey, they would have. I mean, same thing. Like him and Punk could have been.
That story would have been incredible.
Years, like you could have done that for a long time.
Incredible, bro.
He would eventually brush shoulders with Taker. He did stuff.
That's the little guy that Taker gave the rub to.
That's literally a decade in the making. Yeah. If you want to go all the way for 5 years, that 08 to 2013, that would have been like. There's a legit chance in that universe where he stays healthy that Jeff Hardy is the one that beats the streak. You could work that math in your head if he's the one, if he just stays sober, stays motivated. Like it's a what if. Like if we're talking what ifs,
I can see what you're saying.
Jeff Hardy could have beaten Taker.
I can see what you're saying.
Like that's how over he was.
I can see what you're saying.
And I think a lot of people's opinions on Jeff have soured over the last like half decade because of the out of the ring stuff. But man, he was.
All right, couple points. Morse code says I think Dolph should have had a better run as champ. He's still a tremendous worker. So
I agree.
Your boy tag teaming with you again. And then his second point, and we'll talk about this turn of the century Jimmy Hart auto real quick. This is
that's what I'm talking about, did it?
37 to 49. His second point was Jeff was so hard on his body that self-medication was almost necessary.
I think he was doing because we didn't know any better back then. I think if you have the medical alternatives that are around now, definitely would have been a little better. But yeah, I mean, he killed himself, but he was still killing himself in TNA. Like, when he became a main eventer in TNA, when he went back after he got released, like, he was still killing himself. He was still the most over guy in that company for, like, his entire run there. Because his, like, heel run, where he was the antichrist of professional wrestling, that's an insane gimmick that he made work. Yeah. He still had a lot left in the tank. And that was, like, 2014, 2015. Like, I really do think, like, that Jeff had years of main event talent left over. Because the spot to me for TNA is when he does a swanton off the top of the cage onto, like, the steel step, and whoever moves off the steps, he just takes that bump flat. It's a stomach churning bump. And that's like 6 years after he got released initially in 08. Like, he could have cooked for a long time.
Is Darby Allin new Jeff?
Yeah.
Is Darby Allin modern day Jeff Hardy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think
Io Sky, 86 and 99.
I think Jeff probably has a little bit better of a look just because he's like a few inches taller. Mm-hmm. But Darby, Darby is current day Jeff Hardy. Like, I still think Darby can win a world title in AEW.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And they're going to give it to him just like, hey, man,
I wouldn't be surprised.
you're not going to be wrestling for more than 6 or 7 years, so I'll give you.
And I wouldn't be mad at him getting it. I honestly would not be mad at him getting it.
I think he's going to be like the second of those quote-unquote 4 pillars to win the belt, because MJF won it.
AJ Styles, 143 or 149.
I think Sammy Guevara has cucked himself out of potentially winning a world title, just with how dislikable he has become and all the trouble and behavior stuff that he has caused. And then Jack Perry, I don't know. I just don't see him winning it before Darby.
With the storyline they're giving him, I think it's possible. All right, Morse Code says the prime Jeff run against Seth Rollins now would be insane.
Oh, my God.
That's one. And then I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now that we're here in this space and we're mixing AEW and WWE. We're going to cross the bridge.
I'm in the Jeff Hardy dance right now.
We're going to cross the bridge real quick and go over to the All Elite side. Are you furious if Darby's the one that beats Ospreay for the belt?
It would take some hoops to get there. It would take some jumping.
Why? Darby can just slide in the main event at any point in time. The crowd's going to accept it. We don't need a story for it. You can have a story for it. Like, you can go to the 4-pillar thing where Allen's like the only one that really has like stuck to whatever it was that he started off with. And Ospreay being a new establishment, since he's already in the Hill faction, if they decide to keep him in one, which I think they're going to split that up anyway.
Yeah, they're going to turn him face. It'll be him and Takeshita for the international belt in a few months. With Ospreay as a face, I think. They're going to do the United Empire, I think. They'll run that back as a...
Ospreay's going to get the belt.
Face faction.
He's going to get the belt. When he gets his world title, which he'll be a champ over there, are we upset if Darby's the one that beats him for the belt?
No. I don't. And if you are, I just don't think you like AEW that much, because like Darby has consistently been
Edge on the star
Mr. AEW since day
49. One, and that's why I think it works.
I think if anything, if Darby ever wins the AEW title, that will be super transitional.
Yeah,
it'll be him getting his flowers because like, hey man,
obviously,
like
138 and 149.
You've destroyed your body for us. You've made Sting into the legend run. Like the Sting AEW run is the best legend run of all time in any company ever. Mm-hmm. And he was a huge reason why.
Eve Torres.
Nice.
Second night of an Eve Torres auto.
That's why Darby's AEW title run, I mean, it literally may last 10 minutes. If they ever do like they've got like a Money in the Bank thing planned. I think they've already done that before. Mm-hmm. That'll be like the cat, like whatever happens. Like Darby will be champ for like 10 minutes. That's what will happen. But that is all it needs to be.
But that's why I asked that.
Yeah.
Are we fine with Ospreay losing the belt to somebody that we know is going to be transitional?
Yeah.
As long as it's Darby.
Yeah, because Ospreay will always have that credibility as the worker he is. We talked about that last night. We might talk about that off stream.
That would be like when Mick won the title on Raw.
Yeah, and then he was like the next week. Like, that's it. Like, that's how it should be. Like, Darby Allin should be world champion for everything he's done. Darby Allin, the character, and I'm pretty sure the person, does not give a shit about being the world champion. Not at this point. Maybe a couple of years ago, because he's been in a couple world title matches, but like, he probably just like wants to do it just to do it because it means like, I'm Mr. AEW. Like, I've put this ship on I've rode for this ship for years. I wanted just to say that I've got it to prove to the people that I just do it.
So, alright, so I'm going to give you 3 different scenarios, and you tell me which one you like best, right? Mm-hmm. When we come to this Darby Allin conversation, would we rather Darby have the Mick Foley run that Morse Code just mentioned? Would we rather him have the Roddy Piper run where he doesn't need the world title, never had it, doesn't matter? Or would we rather him have the Tommy Dreamer ECW to where, look, the company's folding, bro. You've been the guy. We're just going to give you the belt as we shut this thing down.
It should be the Mick run.
56 to 80 for the 100.
Like, win it at the pay-per-view, lose it Dynamite that week. Okay. That's like, give him the entrance, give him the moment, like, whether it's a cash-in, whether it's like a brutal attack before or whatever, because he would probably going to kill himself trying to win that belt in the first place. Mm-hmm. That's how it should be. Like, I think that's probably how Darby would want it to happen too.
Here's Kane, 4 of 53. Now, Darby versus Ospreay in a match for this belt, right? How would you book that? How much offense are we giving to Darby? How much offense are we giving to Ospreay? Are we looking at, because here's my thoughts. Ospreay being as dominant as he is, I'm expecting him to have had this belt for a while. If this is the time we take it off of him, so his title run has to be phenomenal, has to be tremendous, right? So that being the case, are we looking at Darby winning it in a Sammy beat Gunther type of way, where Ospreay just beating the hell out of this dude, and Darby, just by nature of who the hell Darby Allin is,
resiliency,
just the resiliency, and coming up with a flurry, hitting the coffin drop, winning it that way, and then getting flattened by like Wardlow or something, or Powerhouse Hobbs, who finally got the push he deserves, and he's getting the belt, or Joe comes back, or whatever the case may be, or somebody does it on behalf of Adam Cole or something to give him the belt. I don't know, some kind of thing like that. But or are we looking at Darby's technical coming out party, where he has a great match that we just did not see him have?
It's gonna be a bit of both. It's the Darby Allin doesn't die thing. Mm-hmm. Like it's the resiliency. It's the desire, the wanting it more than the other person. Because Ospreay, like I said, it's his destiny to be the best. His destiny to be champ. But like Darby, never say die. That's the whole thing. And then because the whole point of Darby versus MJF for a long time was like, MJF like Darby, like, you can fight and you're a crazy bastard. I'm a better wrestler than you. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna beat you with wrestling moves, and that should be the thing. Like, Darby and MJF should become cool for the first time in kayfabe. Nice. Speaking of cool,
Dom Mysterio, 38 of 49. That's fire. On card auto
on a red ink.
Fire.
Like, that should be the number one contender match. Darby should beat MJF finally, get that monkey off his back in a wrestling match. And that's what it is. It's like a mix of both of like, Darby can out-wrestle people because he absolutely can. Most of his victories are not by the coffin drop. They're by flash pins because he's quick and fast. Mm-hmm. But Ospreay is still the one to match him pace for pace. But it's that mix of technical ability with, he's going to do the Stormbreaker. He's going to do the Hidden Blade. Mm. He'll probably do the Tiger Driver 93 or whatever, the neck breaker.
The one that he wants to put, that he retired.
That he retired. Like, that's when he'll break it out.
He'll have to bring it back out.
He'll have to bring it out, and Darby will still kick out because Darby is not a human being. Yeah. Darby is a different kind of sharp.
All right, so.
And then a week or so later, MJF will turn super duper heel and kill him and become a 2-time AEW champion.
So we'll flesh this out.
Which will lead to him versus Cole.
We'll flesh this out real quick, right? We'll flesh this out. Because I was thinking he just gets a hell beat out in the whole match, but you're saying that he should be able to thwart off some of these technical holds, have a little bit of balance, get a little bit of technical surprise offense on Ospreay, but ultimately Ospreay being a better technical wrestler is able to hit the bigger holds.
It's power versus speed, but with the power of being able to keep up with Darby. Like, Will Ospreay is like a 1-1 of power and strength right now.
Okay.
Of power and speed and just complete athleticism for what he can do in the ring.
Okay. Did you say Ospreay? No, Jose. Will Ospreay, sir. You know what we're talking about. Hey, whoa, real quick. Somebody asks, can I get one for the bad guy?
Hey.
Mr. Razor Ramon. 97 Chico. Of 99. Razor Ramon hit. All right, back to it.
No, it's just like Darby's moveset isn't really moves. It's evasion and misdirection, and Ospreay can definitely keep up with that.
31 to 99 on the Steiner.
And still hit crazy suplexes and crazy power bombs and all that stuff. And Darby is just, it's eventually going to come to the point where it's like, I've done all my moves. I'm out of the Tiger Driver. And he hits it and he still kicks out because he's a psycho.
A bad guy. Okay. I like that.
And yeah, but like that whole, the match kills Darby.
Yeah.
Like,
has to.
And he'll come out in like a full body cast on Wednesday and still like issue an open challenge. Yeah, it's full. He's in the T pose with the full body cast, but the belt is still attached and wrapped around his waist. And he'll hit an open challenge, and MJF will kill him, or Adam Cole will kill him.
Yeah,
which leads to Cole versus MJF finally.
I would love Cole to come out there and just send Wardlow in there, have Wardlow beat the hell out of that dude, and just bring him the belt.
And then you can finally do Wardlow versus Cole. That would be nice. I think the United Kingdom has been a bit of a flop, just because of of Cole being hurt. I just like Wardlow too much for him to be like a lapdog again. But that's the whole point. He's like, he's like, I'm not listening to this. This dork.
How about this? How about this instead? Darby gets killed because Christian Cage sends Luchasaurus out there, beats the hell out of him, say, go bring me my belt.
Yeah.
Because they did they ever finish their little history?
Christian and Lucha?
And Darby.
Oh, Christian and Darby? I think so, yeah. I think Christian takes that out.
But we can revisit that, right?
Yeah, always. Just bring up the dead dad thing.
Yeah.
Classic beat.
Well, I ain't even got to say nothing this time. I'm just going to send my guy out there, beat the hell out you, and go get the belt for me. Because I deserve to be champion. I am Christian Cage. I'm the best on this roster. And it should be mine.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there before, but only like when you break. Paul, yeah, Jose. Okay, the Ortons. Ariana Grace on a new breed. That's a nice father-daughter.
Getting some very nice new breed.
Nice father-daughter.
Henley, Kiana.
Revisit that conversation.
Ariana.
Let's see. Razzle Dazzle hates us. I don't know. We got one more stack of packs. We'll see if the Razzle Dazzle decides to pop out there. Did we get Razzle Dazzle last night?
No.
We did not.
Again, it's always weird. Whenever we do hit a Razzle Dazzle, there's like a pretty good chance of there being a second somewhere. Mm-hmm. But we need to hit one first. It's weird. I don't know.
We have to kill the.
I feel like that's just
release the cap.
That's the white whale. The Razzle Dazzles really just don't pop up.
Morris Cole, Zack Ryder wins IC title WrestleMania and loses next night. That would be fine for Darby.
Yeah, exactly.
Something like that.
And it could be a litany of people who beat them. It could be MJF, it could be Cole, it could be Christian, it could be Wardlow, it could be Jack Perry. I mean, it could be a bunch of guys.
No, it's not me breaking. Tomorrow would be Monty, right? If we're running this again tomorrow, it'll be on Breaks and Takes 2 channel.
Big
you gotta
dog.
be with the big dog. Speaking of big dogs, Brock Lesnar, 22 of 25
with the sword
on the teal.
With the sword tattoo.
Yeah, with the sword tattoo.
With the big sword tattoo.
Since we're talking Brock Lesnar, we'll talk about Paul Heyman real quick. How good is Paul Heyman with his facial expressions and his whole bloodline thing? Like, he's been the most terrified looking individual. He absolutely is scared shitless around Solo and his crew. It's brilliant. Charlotte Flair on a die cut 3 of 24. I believe that's the second die cut we pulled of Charlotte tonight. She's having a strong break. There's Liv Morgan on the Revenge Tour.
What a teal and a lot of die cuts and a lot of gold autos.
Yeah, we doing all right. Randall Keith Orton, 72 of 149 on Mr. RKO. We used to do trivia before, and one of my favorite trivias was why the RKO was called the RKO. It took a while for the chat to figure it out.
Is it not just his initials?
It's just his initials.
That's it.
I know.
Randall Keith.
But the chat was like, ah.
Guys.
But my other one was a Kevin Owens question. Why the name Kevin Owens? Why did he pick the name Kevin Owens?
Because of Owen Hart. And his son. And I love that canonically, his son is named Owen Owens.
Yeah.
And they have mentioned him.
Yeah.
Have you seen Owen Owens in the last year or so?
Tall?
He's massive.
Don't
he
be a
is just
monster.
gigantic. And I think he's training now too.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm waiting. Yo, this feels so great to be into like that second generation. Like, we've seen it with basketball. I've seen it with basketball. You haven't. I've seen it with basketball. It's remote as hell. But this is great to see that second generation like wrestler thing coming into play, where we're gonna see more and more of this. You know, we're like, okay, I legit saw your father's career. Mm-hmm. I can't really say that for a lot of the second generation wrestlers that exist now, because wrestling is, you know, such an old profession.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Heyman just entertained when I say a word. Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Get the mouse real quick.
Yeah.
I just need to get 2.
Yeah, you good, fam.
The 11-7-1.
You're good, fam. All right, Brock Lesnar. Don't forget, guys, we still got Impeccable coming up after this, so the main event will be arriving shortly. It's been a riveting conversation.
It's been.
This is why we are Breaks and Takes. This is what you come here for. We do the breaks, you guys provide takes, and we just entertain. We just have a good time, especially when we're talking wrestling. Week. Braun Strowman on the Powerhouse. JC Jane, or Yacy Yang.
Yacy Yang.
As he's sometimes known. Nice auto. Be the last hit to finish us out here before we head on to the Impeccable portion of the break. You're batting 0, but you're having a good time, Rocky. You're having a good time.
That's what we're talking about.
There's 7. There have been more die cut than I got total hits. 7 spots. But you're having a good time, Rich. You're talking wrestling. You're enjoying yourself.
It's just, you know, a nice little last hurrah before Chronicles.
Before we get into the Chronicles. Alright. Hope I hit some Impeccable even though I have nobody.
Hey, me too, man.
Alright. Who you got, Rocky? It's a soft J. I believe it's pronounced Yang.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
It's 2 boxes. We need the third. There's the third. Alright, you guys can see it's empty. There we go. Alright. You feeling a nice Hogan? Rich is ready for Chronicles.
Remember, we have an active bounty for Chronicles.
Ray is feeling a Taker double dip. Right. Oh, we got an active. Oh, yeah, that's right.
We got an active bounty. I've heard it.
For absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. We got like 80,000 space for the thing on before.
I think you're okay. I got plenty in here, I think.
30s?
There should be at least one full 130.
Oh, okay. Well,
and I think I got plenty back here too. So here's a 130.
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Another 130.
You're feeling the Uno part 2?
Damn.
I hope so. I hope so.
One each.
I hope so. Uno de Uno.
Freaking nice.
And both products would be fantastical. Alright, let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do for the people. We're going to start us off with Alba Fire. And that is a fire looking card. 24 of 9-9er.
Good luck, y'all.
Alba Fire. Another wrestler in the women's division that they need to do more with, her and her tag team partner, because they are sensational together. Robert Roode, 32 of 49. Absolute greatness. Another missed opportunity on that roster.
Mm-hmm.
Morse Code wants a soccer mom auto. Soccer mom hero auto. That'd be fire. Lola Vice, 16 to 35, and I got the redemption behind it. So I will do that because I grabbed too much product. So set that there. That's a nice hit though. Lola is slated to be a Stara. Getting a good push. She's getting better on the microphone. Good in ring. Better in ring than expected to be. She's really made the transition very well, and she does a good job of merging her MMA background with her in wrestling, in ring stuff. Got to sell a little bit better. But other than that, I mean, that's probably the biggest transition is like the selling portion. Immortal Ink. Card fitting. Haku.
Nice.
It's a nice hit. It's a nice hit. Daddy, one of the...
talking about that a little earlier.
Daddy, one of the new Bloodline members. Well, Daddy, two of the new Bloodline members, right?
Yes, sir. Tama.
All right, we're going to go to the
Tonga and section. Tonga Loa.
Hey, that's a nice start.
That's
17
sick.
to 25. Five time.
That's the Booker man, y'all.
King Booker. Talk about taking shit and turning it to gold. He did it over and over again. They gave him
I always say he should
some of the worst angles possible. And he was able to flip him into something
I guess one of my bigger what ifs. What if they treated him well? What if they actually respected that guy?
I don't know.
Who would have thought?
JJ Dolan, 15 and 25.
Color match.
Nice. Well, not for long because Ariana Grace is giving her a makeover.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get one of those 55s from you.
Yeah.
You have any left? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. JJ Dolan. No offense to anybody else, just love Paulie when you Oh. Appreciate that, Jose. King Booker. That was a great angle. It's a great story and great gimmick. Don Morocco, the original Rock.
That's sick.
1 of 4.
Woohoo. There we go.
Very short print there, like that. The OG Rock, Don the Rock Morocco. It's fire. We like it. Alright, let's see what other autographed card we have. Everybody's favorite Flying Irishman.
Nice.
Rick O'Shea.
Sick card art.
75-75 on the patch in the Superman pose. That heel turn might be something tremendous. I want to see Ricochet with more developed character. I really do. And I think a heel run would be very, very nice. And if they can somehow infuse Samantha Irvin in there, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I told you, Rich, we got you, fam. Don Morocco was you. All right, let's see what this plate is. Well.
Do you smell
Dwayne, the final boss. 1 of 49 on Dwayne. So we got the original Rock and we got the Rock that everybody knows. All in the same box. Fantastico.
I like it.
Alright, let's see. Next box. And the Impeccable. It's fire though. I don't think we hit anything in Elite for the Rock, so that's a good little pull, especially the 49. Do you smell what the Rock is cooking? Best backstage promos ever. This is, I think this is another, what we had last night.
Jumbo patch?
Yeah, it was another jumbo patch.
You're telling me that we've gotten none of those.
And we got two.
Now we got two back to back.
I think that's another jumbo relic right there.
That's so crazy.
That feels like another jumbo relic. So we'll save that for the end as well. Set that to the side. And let's
give us the logo.
Huh?
101 logo.
That would be fire, bro.
I'm saying. On everything.
Let's see. What we got? Well. A rare hit indeed.
Nice.
Phil Brooks, 16/99 on the CM Punk. Welcome back. You. Not a big Punk guy. Wasn't like super excited about him coming back, but I will say the stuff he's done with Drew McIntyre has been freaking special. It's been very, very entertaining. They've been able to culminate that rivalry without either one having to touch the other wrestler, which is pretty impressive.
He'll probably win the belt sometime this year as well. I'm assuming SummerSlam.
O'Shea, 41 of 49, another Ricochet hit. We'll take that. Mr. Irvin, popping out twice. Ricochet Irvin. Next up, Alexa Bliss.
Nice.
2 of 35 on the Alexa Bliss. Curious to see what happens with her on her return. There are some who don't want her back with, don't want her involved in this new Wyatt angle. Me being one of them. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. Let's see. Hate Punk. Morse code hates Punk. Jose hates CM Punk.
That dude really might be me, actually.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's you, bro. It's you.
That might actually be.
It's you. That's your soul. That's your soulmate right there.
I'm sorry that dude knows ball like I do.
Thank you, Jose. He says we both know our wrestling. Jose gives us props.
Thank you, Jose.
Well.
What?
There's your champ. 14 of 25. Is that some canvas? That is some canvas. Yep. Very nice. Very nice. 14 and 25 on Cody Rhodes.
Nice.
Fantastic. Let me see. Let me get some more. New pack of top loaders. Bliss is a MILF. All right. I guess we're past the 10 o'clock hour, so.
It is technically true.
It's fairly late where you're at in the world, so we will let that happen. It's been a minute. Horny, yeah.
Crazy.
We haven't pulled any LA Knight, so I haven't had an opportunity to use that. Austin Theory, 40 of 49.
Popping bottles.
So not the one of one that we pulled before.
Hope we're going for the rainbow.
But pretty good nonetheless. 40 of 49. Austin Theory. Fantastico. I'm holding out high hope for this kid. I still want the new DX with him.
He's like 27.
I mean, he's got time, but he's got to get people that actually like him in the company. I don't know if he has a ton of those.
Just need some supporters, man.
Yacy Yang, 9 of 25. This time on an auto. Fantastico.
Got G.
So GG.
And now her on the stainless steel.
I mean, come on, fam, what we doing, baby?
It's right there.
What are we doing? It's good stuff. She has some pretty gangster poses. Like JC looks like she should be like the new Izzy Azalea in a rap video.
That's crazy.
Electra Lopez, 22 of 75 on the extravagance. We pulled one of these before as well. They have nothing for her. She got called.
She's on. I thought she's with Legado de Fantasma.
That's right. She is. But they're doing that.
Still
not doing it. All right, Redemption. Let's see. I think that started with Sean. I'm pretty sure that started with Sean. Elegance Mem Auto Silver. Card 61. Sheamus.
Nice
Sheamus hit.
Sheamus having a nice break.
Sheamus is pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, one more box. We'll do our relic. Before we do our bar. Jose loves Lola Vice. Alright. Know where that came. Oh, I did mention Lola Vice. I was like, I don't know if I know we put one in the first box, but it's been a minute. I don't know how we just pop back into a Lola Vice conversation, but okay. I ain't mad at it. Speak your truth, sir. She has moves that you love. Is there a small package? Is it the roll up? Is it the Sabat kick? Her MMA fusion? Alright. Let's see what we got. Third box. We're feeling Impeccable. It's been solid so far. Continues to be solid. Dirty Dom. 30 of 99 on the Dom Mysterio. Holding that North American Championship. I want to see Dom healthy and what they plan to do with him next. I don't want him flaming out.
Do you think he's hurt, or do you think that's all part of the gimmick?
I think it's part of the gimmick, but I think because they don't have anything for him right now. Because, I mean, the main reason of him being anywhere on TV is out for forever. Alba Fire yet again. 17 of 49. The small pack, yeah, it's small. It's like a roll-up. It's a roll-up pin. Look at the small package to move, Jose.
Big old Connor roll guy, actually. Big victory roll-up guy, actually.
Is that a move? That's hilarious. Juan Cena. 7 of 25 on John Cena.
Might be to go.
There's a conversation to be had. He's in the top. He's top 5. He's top 5. All right, what's next? We're on the autograph side, so we'll flip. Game move. There's Redemption. So we'll do that. Do that. They need to stop the underground one. Nah, that's gonna be a staple for a while. They just gotta. It's a way to get talent more seen. To get talent seen. Stainless Stars autograph. Card 4. Dirty Dom Mysterio. So Dom with the late surge towards the end here, coming on strong. Nice little auto and elite. Nice Redemption and Impeccable. Doing eye for himself. Alright, what we got next? Another extravagance auto. Freshly fired, Gable Steveson. 34 of 75. They'll bring him back. I think they're going to bring him back eventually.
I don't. And I hope not.
I don't think he was that terrible.
I just
think you should never. You can't bring anybody in with that much fanfare and make him a face out the gate. We're gonna hate him. He should have been a heel.
I think the main thing was that he was pretty bad, and I don't think he improved at all.
Probably not.
They really take that like, hey, if you're not showing any progress in like 6 months, like we don't have a place for you, and they'll let you go.
Well, out of nowhere, 18 of 75 on a mosh.
Go.
Remember that horrible angle The Leave It to Beaver thing.
Terrible. Beaver.
Terrible. And then they try to like break the wall, and we're really a couple, and I'm Chaz now, and they were like, all right, you're fired. Yeah, happy face on your shorts. You gotta go. Maybe after the Olympics. Yeah, I think so. I think after the Olympics, he tries it again. I mean, amateur back. I mean, there's something there, but you can't start him off as a face. He has to be a heel. You can't come in with that much fanfare as a face. You gotta be a heel. We gotta hate you out the gate, and you have to earn our respect and earn those cheers. I think that's the only way it works. Shayna Baszler, 5-75, one of the greatest NXT Women Champions of all the times. Nice little scratch and sniff with the scribble. Shayna Baszler. He had one match. Yeah, he had the Baron Corbin match where he threw like 35 belly-to-belly suplexes. That's all he knew how to do effectively.
After a long time of training.
Didn't sell very well.
After a long time of training.
There's stuff there. There's potential there, fam. You just got to give him the right storyline. That's why I said, that's when my Gable v. Gable storyline would have worked.
I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, man. If you give me that guy's athleticism and I get in shape, I guarantee you I'm a better guy in the time that he was there. And that's saying something, because I'm Joe Schmo, Joe Nobody.
2-25.
But if you give me that athleticism and the time he was there, yeah, I would have figured things out.
2-25, Joe Gacy. And this is my modern day Mankind. Obviously not to the same level, but he could be that type of character.
Yeah, I like Joe Gacy.
Joe Gacy 2-25 on the scratch and sniff with the scribble. And that is the last there before we get into our big ass relic and our bar. Ain't nobody scratching and sniffing that. I don't know, man. Joe Gacy might have a little fan base there. Gable can't make the 2024 Olympics. He was canned right before or after the qualifying. All right, well, no Olympics for you. Hopefully he trains for something else. I think he was talking about MMA as well, too, though. I think he was mentioning MMA. Daniel Cormier says, go professional wrestler, so it makes more sense. And he's right. But
now, why don't you get like a real estate license or something?
Oh, wow. Wow, you gonna have him? Okay. I'm Gable Stevenson.
It's not for some people.
Hey. That commercial is crazy. Flipped his house. I used to flip. My info on the ring. Are you talking about Baszler? That's crazy, Jose. Somebody might. 22-25. Yeah. That's not too bad. Yeet. That is not too bad. I don't know what's on here.
I'll have to tell you why he has been ruined for me for a little bit.
But 22-25, main event Jay.
He's now on your.
That's fire.
City.
That is fire. Not sure what's on it. I don't want to mess something up, so I'll let the owner do their thing. But this is dope. This is dope. 22-25, Jay Uso. It's good. All right.
Yay.
Let's see what our bar is going to be. Let's get some gold, man. We're about due for some gold, fam. Let's get the gold in here. Let's see. There's fingers. So the person with a hand is positive. Let me see if there's a leg. Gotta make sure it's not Zach Gowen or something like that. Let me see. I don't see legs. It might be Zach Gowen. Alright, let's see. It is Undertaker.
Oh man.
30-35 on the Taker. That's not bad. Not gold, but not bad at all. It's pretty good.
That's awesome.
Alright. The break's over. You guys can now rest in peace. Nah, I'm playing. We got to do a random. We have our family lineage, I believe.
No more super sweaty randomizer like last time.
Let me see. Maybe we get lucky here.
Take it, be my guess.
Oh, that sounds insane.
Not really. Be my guest?
No, take it. Be my guest is crazy.
Look, man, I'm sorry that you guys can't.
We're immature, bro.
Yeah, I'm sorry that the young one here, has to be the mature one here. No, I get it. It's okay.
just do a search for Braun. See if because it's on the same page. Braun and no mother. All right. Yeah. Wait, did Rick even get picked up? Cause that's his uncle. Yeah, he got picked up. All right. Wait. Why do you have the same?
It's probably a different break.
Nah, two different people. Oh, people like the bar. All right. Let's do the. We're gonna do our random real quick.
Rest.
Time for the randomizer.
Rest.
Rick. Alright. Over here.
Damn. That's sad.
What is?
SGA on the foul call. I shouldn't have fouled him. Quote, I can't and won't watch. That's sad. That's sad.
Hey, man. Alright. Gotta be greater than 5. We're gonna get our dice roll.
Loser.
That's 6. Alright, so we're going to do our left, right first. The winner of this will get the family lineage cards, either left side or the right side. 1, 2, trace, 4, 5, and 6. So the left side of the family lineage cards will get the cards unless we have multiple. And for our Rick Steiner and Braun Breaker randomizer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Braun Breaker. So the red to 99 goes to the Braun Breaker spot. Shout out to you. Congratulations. Let's get our recap on, because we got some things to talk about. Some good hits, man. Some solid hits, baby. All right. Let's start with the Elite. To 149er. Jose, you definitely got to get the next one, fam. Randy Orton. Rey Mysterio Jr. Diesel. Alan Jones, Shinsuke Nakamura, I said Diesel, Ava, Hank Walker, Drew McIntyre, RVD, Xavier Woods, Raquel Rodriguez, Damian Priest, Eric Big Soup Bischoff, Andre Chase, Kiana James, Road Dogg, Braun Breaker, and Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig, the one that sparked our father-son question from the evening. To 99, on the purples, Razor Ramon, Io Sky, Brock Lesnar, Honky Tonk Man, Roddy Piper, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, King of Mystery, Andre the Giant is IG pose, Charlotte Flair, and Braun Strowman. Our inserts to 99, these are all red. Our family lineage of Braun Breaker and Rick Steiner, this will go to the Braun Breaker spot. Spellbound of Austin, Spellbound of Ray, Spellbound of Lita, Spellbound of Ray, and a star status of the Becks, Becky Lynch. To 80, our Blues, Grayson Waller, Andre the Giant, Cora Jade, Kiana James, Grayson Waller, Seth Rollins, Diesel, Dusty Rhodes, and Tori Wilson. Diesel low-key had a nice break. To 53, Kane, Xavier Woods, Bray Wyatt, Chelsea Green, and Butch. My bad. Chelsea Green. To 49. And the oranges, these are inserts and otherwise. Star status of Edge, Ken Shamrock, Dom Mysterio, Dusty Rhodes, Bubba Ray, B-Fab, Cora Jade, Spellbound of Austin, Kurt Angle, Gigi Dolan, and a Spellbound of Lita. To 25 on the teal. Brock Lesnar, Edge on the star status, Sherry Martel, RVD, Full Throttle of Alan Jones, and Hank Walker. To 24 on the die cuts. Been a lot of these. Charlotte Flair, Jerry Lawler, Karrion Kross, Triple H, Nathan Frazer, Shotzi, Charlotte again, Tori Wilson, and Edge. Members of the Gold Gang. Norman Smiley, turn of the century auto to 10. Rip Fowler to 10 on an auto. Medusa, turn of the century auto to 10. And the Elite deck insert of Stone Cold Steven Austin. Our other autos out of Elite: JC Jane, Ariana Grace, Dom Mysterio to 49, Eve Torres, Jimmy Hart to 49, Undertaker on a redemption, Quincy Elliott, Thea Hell, Albert to 49, Bautista to 49 on a red redemption. To 25, Shotzi, Thea Hell again, Charlie Dempsey, Ava, Sheamus, John Bradshaw Layfield to 25, Kane, Kiana James to 25, Scarlett to 25, and Fallon Henley to 25. So autos not too shabby tonight on Elite. But we did have one standout auto. Uno! Dakota Kai, 1 of 1, Pin Pals, on-card auto. Fantastical. Shout out to whoever got that spot. Congratulations. Impeccable. Our base. Juan Cena to 25. Alba Fire. Dom Mysterio. Alexa Bliss to 35. Ricochet. CM Punk. Lola Vice to 35. Robert Roode and Alba Fire again. Our stainless steels. We got The Rock. Stainless steel auto. There's a redemption for Dom Mysterio. But there's JC Jane live and Gigi Dolan live as well. Shout out to those hits. Our autos at Impeccable. We got Mosh, Gable Steveson, a redemption of Sheamus, Elektra Lopez, Don Morocco to 4. That's fire. Booker T to 25, and a redemption of Haku on the Immortal Ink. It's a good one. Our scratch and sniffs with the scribble. Joe Gacy to 25. Shayna Baszler. Austin Theory. Cody Rhodes to 25. That's a fire hit. And Ricochet. Alright. We also had the Jumbo Relic of Jey Uso to 25. That's fire. Nice hit for the J spot. And our Silver Bar Undertaker 30 of 35. Very nice taker hit. Alright, that's the break. Thank you guys. Tomorrow on the second channel, Monty, right? Big Dog running his back. You guys go check him out and join him. That should be a very entertaining stream as well. You guys have a good night. Enjoy the rest of